Hello and welcome to week 11 of Shadowguard, where we have our very first guest. Would like to welcome Yeti. I don't know what else you want to go by because I can't remember, we talked so long ago. You guys might have seen him on Charlie's Discord. I know you're a GM that runs some other games and all that type of stuff.
I am.
Awesome. I guess first things we're gonna do is go with announcements. Charlie, do you have any announcements? Anything coming up? Anything new?
Let's see. Lady Dungeon Squad will be premiering later this month. I don't have an exact date. I think it's the 24th. For those of you that are in our Discord or follow this channel, you may have seen a Hammervale stream in the past, but we do a little West Marches game called Hammervale. Yeti is a big component of that game. It's really fun. We have like 20 people that play it right now. And pretty soon we're going to be doing a stream with all of the ladies of the Lady Death Squad. If you watch that, my girlfriend Lauren, Holden's fiance Lexi, our good friend Amanda Bonanza, Camikins will be a dungeon group together. I think Nuka Babe, I don't know, a few of our other faithful viewers, I'm not sure everyone who's involved so far, but we're going to be doing some cool lady-centric adventuring pretty soon. So I'll have more information on that next time. That's my only announcement today, I think.
Nice. Elle is not with us right now. She decided to be respectable and, you know, spend her mom's birthday with her. If they end up not doing anything later on, she may hop in. If so, we'll do a quick break. We'll fill her in and we'll just have her start and join us. So I guess, sure. Moko, do you have any announcements of anything of sorts?
No, do not.
Nice. I have put a floor in my kitchen. It sucks. It's a pain in the ass. I'm sore. I'm happy to be sitting down. This is my second day. I haven't actually had to do anything besides actually work in a week and a half. So, Yeti, why don't you, before we do anything else, if you want to give maybe a little bit of your background of how what you've done with D&D, if you want, and stuff like that.
So, my name's Seth. You can call me Seth or Yeti.
Seth.
So, I've been playing D&D about a year. Started DMing and then transitioned to a player. But
you're a lucky man. I don't know what that's like.
I just watched a bunch of streams and I'm like, I'd much rather be the guy behind the screen than the player. So
I agree with that sentiment. This is a game full of dungeon masters and Nick.
Actually, he was. He was my first.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He was my first.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm capable.
I know you are capable, obviously.
Awesome. Well, I guess I will do a quick. It's been a couple weeks since we've had a chance to play. I've done some prep on the stream, I think, prior to our last session. In our last session, we kind of did a little bit of a mind game as you guys were hunting down the rats. Magnus, you lost Marion to a bunch of little mosquito, blood-sucking mosquito things.
I'm personally fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Magnus he's indifferent.
Understandably so. Yeah, so Marion went down. After that, you guys entered into, you had Elle go solo into an empty, creepy basement to kind of scout around, where she didn't see too much. Magnus, you decided to follow in after with Luke kind of trailing behind. A little bit of mind games happened, and you guys kind of broke the illusion and found a secret passage as you were investigating down into a sub-basement. Before heading down there, you guys took a long rest, and as you all entered in, made the same saves and whatnot. You encountered Raxus down below. You had a nice conversation with him. He was quite happy to see you. Thought you were there to actually, Magnus, kind of work with him, share knowledge and stuff, but you did not agree with him for some weird reason he doesn't understand. And Luke obviously did not agree with him when he shot him.
Fuck that bitch.
So Luke, I don't remember if you remember, at least kind of in the same imagery, Luke. Everything in that illusion for you was real. It was kind of almost like foreshadowing, like you had a premonition of what was to come when you were eventually shaken awake. But you do recall Raxus's body just being ripped to shred by your attack, and then just like sewing itself back together almost instantly. Quite terrifying.
Correct me if I'm wrong. My memory is so bad. Didn't he have some kind of like corpse network thing that he seemed to be linked into?
He saw, in kind of a sense. Luke was the one.
I would know that.
Luke was the one to see it. I'm pretty sure you shared that information. I'm not sure.
I thought I attacked it before we ran. I thought I did see it and attacked it.
You did in my vision.
I don't. Yes, in his vision, you did. Yes,
but
right. You did see this little network. You've seen it a couple times, Magnus, where you see the little black strands coming out from underground.
I have seen the tendrils.
You've seen the tendrils. You've never really seen the full network itself. Luke's the only person who's seen that. And yeah, you saw tendrils spread out into all these corpse piles all around the group. Where eventually, when you came back down and investigated later, when Raxus was gone. And found the hoard of treasures that these rats have collected for him in this town. You found a bunch of just dead, undead rats. Well, in a sense, just dead rats. They were all dead and unmoving. Nothing happened. The one that was on the leash inside the bag of holding was no longer moving. Chuck. It was Chuck the rat.
He showed us the illusory wall, though.
Chuck did. Yeah, he did.
He lived his usefulness.
He did. Chuck was a good man. So then, so then after that, you guys collected your things, and we kind of did a small time skip. It's been a couple months since the last. Actually, it's been 2 weeks, not a couple months. I'm sorry, we set it on 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since that whole event with Raxus occurred. There hasn't been any new jobs that have come in for you, so you guys have been kind of spending time doing research, setting up, building things. I know Elle has been spending a lot of time at the library, and she seemed to have hired some kind of tutor for something. She hasn't really shared exactly what it is with you, and if so, I will let the actual player share that information. Until then, you just know she's been at the library with a tutor. Luke, what have you been busy doing for these 2 weeks?
I've been building shit. Not just anything. I've been building a caravan-style tiny person house for tiny people.
Super tiny.
Tiny people. A tiny house. A tiny house for tiny people. It's a tiny person's house.
I don't know why I just see George Costanza like pitching this idea when you do that.
So it's a house for tiny people, and it's a tiny house. So it's a tiny person's house.
So yeah, so you have crafted a tiny house on the back of, or on the cart of Magnus's cart, which Jericho will pull.
Which I did not ask his permission. I just built it.
Yep. You kind of spent your own, not money, but you spent your own time doing that, and yeah, it looks pretty good. It's pretty decent.
Awesome.
Magnus, I know we haven't fully given you what you've been looking for yet, but actually, in a sense, if you have the gold for it, you could do this. So you're able to transcribe the scrolls. Well, explain what you're doing first, and then I will kind of details.
So first of all, I have the gold. Oh yeah, I'm so stinking rich. It's crazy. But I had Raxus's spellbook. We murdered him.
Well, you murdered his homunculus body. His husk basically, but it didn't have a spellbook on him.
He's the ever living. We killed him one time, kind of, or some version of him, and he had a spellbook, and I got that spellbook, and so I, as a wizard, the only really way you get lots of new spells, you get a few every level, but you gotta get other wizards' spellbooks. Being a wizard's all about fucking killing and conquering other wizards and their material. So now I want to study his book and see what I can add to my own tome for later use.
So he has, in this spellbook, you count, looking through it, about 7 spells within it. You have, and in terms of making the spell scrolls, you have 2 cantrips.
Okay.
1 level 1, 2 level 2s, and 2 level 3s.
So okay.
For a level 3 to transcribe into a scroll, it's 150 gold. For level 2, it's 100 gold. For level 1, it's 50. And for a cantrip, honestly, I don't know if there's a price or not, but we'll just assume it's like 25.
Okay, I don't actually have level 3 spell slots yet, so
Okay.
I'll assume I probably can't even decipher those yet.
I would agree.
But the other ones, yeah, I could probably pay for all of them. I have a 1,000 gold.
Okay.
Don't tell anyone else. In my room. That's not even what I keep in my purse.
So it's going to cost you. It's 2 hours per spell, which obviously you've had 2 weeks to do, so you have plenty of time to do it. It's going to cost you a total of 300 gold to transcribe all the scrolls, and then you're going to then take the time to learn them, copy them into your own book.
Cool.
So it's an Arcana check. I don't know specifically what kind of Arcana check it is, but I don't honestly feel like they're gonna be too difficult. I think maybe the level 2s might be slightly more difficult than like a DC 15 for the level 2s. The cantrips and the level 1s are DC 10s. I think that's reasonable. Should be pretty easy for you. They're not complicated. You've seen things like this. You might even already have them potentially. Okay, so there's the first cantrip that you attempt to learn. You do not know what it is. I also want to look and see if you know any of these spells yet or not, which I don't.
I probably do know some of them.
You know none of them.
Sick. How lucky is that?
So, because you would recognize them if you copied them down.
Sure.
Oh
yeah.
So the first one, the spell scroll just disintegrates and is destroyed when you attempt to copy it in, like transferring the arcane magic into your own book. Let's go ahead and go with the next one. It's simple DC 10.
Let's see real quick. We can prepare 8. Right.
Actually, like you do know one of them. You know the false life, so you get back 50 gold. Only 250.
Sweet. What was the total? 350 you said?
It was 300, now it's 250 total.
Okay, I hadn't subtracted it, so I'll do that after I do all these Arcana checks. How many more do you want me to do?
You have 3 more to do. The next one's a DC 10, the other 2 are DC 15s.
Schwan.
Okay.
2.
And 1 more?
2 and Typh. Yes!
Okay, you can learn them all. So, you copy down I'm
a good fucking necromancer.
The chill touch cantrip.
Yup. Let me drag and drop these as you tell them to me. Okay,
Ray
chill touch.
of enfeeblement.
I have that spell.
You do? I didn't see it. You have Ray of sickness.
I also have Ray of enfeeblement.
Oh, I didn't scroll down far enough. I'm bad. All right, get back on that one. I apologize. But you also get blindness and deafness.
Sweet. I'll definitely take that.
So you've got chill touch, blindness, and deafness, and you get back. It's only 150 gold total.
100. That's my final
total on that. There's still 2 other spells you don't know what they do yet. You aren't powerful enough to be able to read them or transcribe them.
250 you said, right?
Correct.
Excellent. Got to think. So
and there's also
750.
There's also a cantrip you do not know what it is because you were unable to transfer to your own book.
Well, did I not destroy the?
You destroyed the scroll, but you knew. I guess technically you transcribed, so you would know what the spell scroll is at that point. It was a cantrip for thaumaturgy.
Okay, but the runes are now lost.
Yes, and you'll have to retake the time and all that stuff for that.
Goddamn slippery runes.
Yes. So I put the spells at least in that section of what you have learned or know.
Thank you so much.
From it, or whatever. Yeah, or none of what it is. I guess honestly, with how many you had, because there's 2 spells you didn't know and 2 that you didn't take, I would say if there's something you want to do research on for one of your weeks, I'm more than willing to let you try doing research for one of the weeks instead.
I can't take a different downtime for
if you want, you could do a different downtime also. Is it also acceptable?
I could, because I was thinking
about...
As long
as it's like a week worth.
I was thinking about, because I'm loaded, I would love some more magic relics. Do a little magic item shopping.
Sure. Whiteborough it is. Let me pull up Whiteborough. Do you know what kind of thing you're looking for?
Specifically, like iron stones. Any, I'm gonna say, buffing type of thing. If I could find some kind of +1 armor class piece. that was cloth or anything like that. Anything buffing. I really don't care. Cause buffing,
I think reasonably you could find a wand. I think it's Wand of the War Mage +1, which would give you +1 to your ranged spell attacks and +1 to your DC.
Okay.
And it is roughly right around 1,000 gold. I know, at least from what it's.
A lot.
It is a lot.
So
but it gives you a pretty big bonus.
as far as you don't want to try and do the Xanathars thing,
we can do that too. Yeah, if that's preferred. I was giving you that as an option.
As one, yeah. Like that's something more readily available. I'm interested,
Yes.
but I am probably a little too poor right now. But I would be willing to put. So it says finding magic item, page 126.
I was getting to it.
Purchase requires at least 1 work week and 100 GP in expenses. Spending more time and money increases your chance of finding high quality items. The resolution: a character seeking to buy the item makes a persuasion check to determine the quality of the seller found. Again, a +1 bonus for every check, for every work week I add, additional work week, and a +1 bonus for every additional 100 GP spent on the search.
Maximum +10. Monetary costs include a wealthy lifestyle, so you'd live quite well during this time.
Sure. I'm probably just going to do the minimum, the 100 GP, and get just a normal persuasion check, it looks like.
Okay, I'm going to pull up my Dungeon Masters on my computer instead of my book. It'll be faster for me to pull some of this stuff up.
Sure.
Okay, so you want to just spend the 100 gold pieces and then make a roll?
Yeah, 650 now, and persuasion check towards finding purchasing magic items. It's just a straight D20. Where'd that put me?
Alright,
11?
An 11 is a common.
So
a 10 or higher item is common, so you can find a common item.
Oh, I'm looking at Xanathars, which says I roll 1d4 times on magic item table C is what it looks like to me.
Check total.
Right?
Oh, yeah, okay. So
and then the item, the common stuff, it tells you what the pricing would be per each item based on its rarity.
yeah, that's fine.
You should have magic item table C probably programmed into your tables. I think I programmed it into this game.
Have that.
Believe I did. If you hit the loot treasure.
Let me find it. Loot treasure. Boom. Hit the button.
But I don't know which table's which. I can't see the tables anymore.
It's fine. I'll just find it in here really fast.
I'm pretty sure it's in your roll 20 tables. I believe.
I tried clicking the loot treasure and it did not roll.
If you scroll down,
there we go.
Look at your tables.
0 coins. Oh, 0 on that. 0 on that. 0 on that. Items. That's when I enter my own. So that's not it.
Yeah, if you just scroll down to your tables, there should be one just called Magic Item Table C. Your rollable tables.
Oh, there no, I don't yes, I do have those. So here we go, C. So let me open it up.
And it's 1d4 times. You want me to roll 1d4?
Yeah, I have a list here of what I'll just count them out.
So I got a 2. So 2 rolls on that table.
Okay. So I'm gonna just roll twice, and we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's what I'm able to turn up in my search for magic items over the week.
Roll 2.
So an elixir of health and
a potion of giant strength. So an elixir of health will cure. I actually looked this up recently because I was curious of what it did, and as far as I can remember, it cures you from any disease, poison, and all that type of stuff. I'll read it exactly for you in a second.
Okay. That's cool. I might be interested in that for sure.
Yeah. When you drink this potion, it cures any disease afflicting you and removes the blind, deafened, paralyzed, poison conditions. The clear red liquid has tiny bubbles of light in it.
Shit, yeah. What's the rarity of that said item?
It's a rare item. It's a rare potion. And a potion of giant strength, that one is
2d10 times 1,000 GP for a rare item. Cannot afford it. What's the potion of giant strength? It's stone giant strength, keep in mind.
It's stone? Cool. Stone is a rare also.
Alright. Can't afford it. That was a waste of 100 GP. Worth a shot, though.
Yeah. It's half for consumable item like potion or scroll, in case you're wondering. So it's actually half of that, but still, it's quite up there.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's still. I mean, if I roll a 5, that's 5,000 GP. That's rough.
Well, here,
yeah,
why don't you roll me a one more roll on this thing? I want you to roll me a where is the thing? Try to sell a magic item. We're gonna do a little sell magic item, little trickery here. Where is sell magic item? I can't find it.
Sell.
Yeah, I want. Oh, roll me just a D. Just roll me a flat D20.
Okay. Let's see. Do 20. Oh, 17.
17? Okay. The guy will sell it to you for 50% of the normal asking price. So on top of being 50% off, it would be $250 for either one of them. 2D10 plus 1,000, so...
I just want the elixir of health.
If you want to do 250 for elixir health, that's perfectly acceptable.
I will buck up and even do 300 for it because that's already a crazy deal.
He is not going to argue. You found some guy who's tried a little excess amount of supply and was willing to give it away for a steal while he still made some profit.
Been sipping on his own potions. Now he needs to get the money back. I know how it is. All right, cool. So just the elixir of health and sweet. I'm satisfied. That's good downtime there.
All right, so that happens over the course of a about 2 weeks or so, and then we kind of just zoom back in to the Shadowguard Hall. It's dusty windows, kind of that tall, like that large 6-foot tall building crunched up against a bunch of other buildings. Think medieval England. Small road. Jericho himself probably couldn't fit on this road, so you probably keep him stored somewhere else at the stables, most likely. Sure. That's also where your tiny hut is at.
Yeah. House, not hut.
House.
Thank you.
So, and that's when we hear at the door.
I didn't hear nothing.
So
Which door are we talking about?
The front door. I'm just curious if
either
you
Shadowguard or my tiny house.
No, the Shadowguard's headquarters.
I'd still be building my
you, El, Magnus, you're all either in your rooms or maybe you're on the first floor speaking to Paula or Theron. What are you guys doing when you hear this knock?
Drinking coffee.
Yeah, I feel like I'm having a brandy.
Okay.
In the common area, as one does.
Okay. So Theron, seeing that you're both quite busy in your duties, gets up and walks up to the door and kind of open. It's uncommon for a knock. Usually people just open the door. He kind of opens the door and goes, yes, may I help you?
I believe this is the Shadowguard premises.
You would be correct, and who might you be?
Name's Glod. I'm a slayer of sorts myself of the undead, and I heard you guys could be looking for some work.
Oh, my apologies. I did not notice. As he kind of looks at your garb, would you just please describe what you look like?
So, for a dwarf, Glod is fairly short. He's wearing a rather fine suit over it. He's got worn leather armor. It's seen its use. Clearly marking that he's a member of the Red Suns.
Oh.
Okay. Did you describe his facial hair? Because I think I missed that part.
He's got a long braided beard, but it's pretty ratty and overgrown.
How ugly is this dwarf?
Question, Aaron.
Yes.
How similar does he look to the other Red Sun guy?
That guy was a human, right?
He was a human. Shin was a human. So
it's been a couple weeks since we've seen him. I mean,
Red Suns typically have some type of symbol on their armor or something like that, or some type of thing to represent that they're part of the Red Suns. But most of them do not look the same, other than that sigil somewhere on them.
I mean, I'm 4'1", so it's pretty hard to mix me up with.
Yeah. So outside of and you both might overhear that he says he's part of the Red Guard. He goes, looking for work. Yes. Well, we could always use work if you have a job that you need our assistance in. I'm sure they would be glad to help you. Please come in. Sir Luke, Magnus.
Oh, hey.
We have a guest who has a job for you.
All right. Really? You got a job there. What kind of job there would you be offering to us?
Magnus waves to another bench nearby, and I'm like, sit down. Come on, have a seat, by all means.
I shuffle over, climb into the seat he's offering.
No, my hearing's not so good, but Blob was your name? Blob?
Glod, and yours.
Magnuson Marigold Munch, and he takes a big deep bow, and his beard sweeps the floor. Also, I'm wearing a large top hat.
I frown a bit, and that sounds like a book type name. I don't know how I feel about that, but what do you lot know about vampires?
Magnus raises an eyebrow.
Elle kind of perks up and kind of turns and looks in interest also.
If you're gonna ask common questions, you might as well be a little more specific.
Yes. What kind of vampire?
Well, my last run-in with it, I'm believing it's an elf, but I'm not quite sure.
What? Come again?
An elf, I believe. Someone is bookish. You would know what one is.
Magnus, why don't you give me a religion or history check, and Luke, you can also give me one to see what you guys know of this creature. You've heard the name, history or religion. One of the two, you probably would have heard of it. Okay, Magnus, you've heard the name. It's not. You specialize, Magnus, in the more powerful feral type vampires,
the monsters,
right? And Luke, in your case, the Alp is much closer to a natural, a normal vampire that you kind of specialize in.
Oh yeah, I kind of remember one of those things there. Aren't they kind of those feral, kind of common things out there? Something that's kind of a native creature out in the wilds or whatever. Something that you don't want to run into on a bad day, or even a good day. You don't really want to run into those things there. Is that what you're talking about there?
You know, Luke, that they are sometimes mistaken for succubi. That's probably the one thing you know of them.
Although, I heard they're kind of sexy there sometimes. So, who knows?
Alex, Luke, you are married. You cannot say such things.
I'm kind of just referring it to as a state. I mean, you can definitely agree that a flower is a beautiful thing there, even though you're not married to the flower, But there, you can kind of cut me some slack about being married,
Wait. You're married to a flower?
No. I'm actually kind of married to this, elvish girl. Long story short there. Yes. So what kind of help do you need there? Do you just need us to do all the work for you? How much you're going to pay us there? Let's talk, numbers.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. You have to pardon my friend. He gets overexcited. Please, let's take it back a step. First of all, so you had a run-in with a vampire. Tell me more about this.
Well, it was over in Davenport. I was paid for this job. Turned out to be a bit more than I could handle, and I heard you folks were looking for some work.
Who paid you? The Red Suns don't usually give out paychecks that I'm aware of.
It was, since we didn't mark that in there, it was the town themselves are the one who are paying you.
Davenport
themselves are paying him, yeah.
So sorry there. You can go ahead and finish your statement there.
So the city subcontracted me, if you will. There were some men disappearing. I tracked the beast to its lair, but I'm not quite as spry as I once was.
Magnus kind of eyes him up and down, looking at his ragged appearance.
How old does he look to be? Judging based on a guess.
How old do you look to them, Glod?
So, I look, middle-aged, but for a dwarf, that's pretty far into their lifespan.
Yeah. Seasoned.
He's like
So,
13.
You know, we might be able to help you out there. Let's shoot out a number here. Let's say 60%.
Luke. It's a good idea. Well, how much you gonna pay us?
So, I reckon we'll all get equal shares, seeing as we'll all be doing the work. I brought this to you, so, I mean, naturally I'd be taking a finder's fee, but I figured I'd be generous with this one. Doesn't look like you folks have any work right now anyway, so.
Oh, you know, we can find work there if we really want to. We're just kind of taking a breather, you know, getting stretched out there, taking a break. You know, we got projects and stuff we got to do. I mean, we could probably fit you in our time schedule there.
I'd be happy to split things evenly, I think, as long as you can tell me one thing. Do you know of another ranger named Shin?
You, I don't believe, would know Shin. He is, you maybe heard his name, he is part of the Red Suns, but you probably have never actually met. This is not typically your territory.
Yeah. I've heard the name around the halls, but never actually met him myself.
Well, regardless, if you would bring a letter back from me to the Red Suns when we're finished, I think I'd have no problems splitting things equally. I'm just curious as to
yes, yeah, you know,
another thing that we had going with the Red Suns. So.
Yeah, you know, so it's agreed then, 60-40.
No, it's agreed. Split evenly.
Yeah,
25
you know,
for each
60,
of us,
40.
25 to him,
that's an even
70-25.
Sure, however you want to split it amongst yourselves is fine by me, as long as I get my fair share.
Now, you did say you kind of got subcontracted and paid already there, so we kind of need the same kind of obligation there. So you can kind of maybe throw us a couple dollars ahead of time, let us supply up, you know, and then we can go out there and no time lickety split and solve your problem there, and everyone's happy.
Well, they paid me partial up front. I suppose I could do the same for you.
Yeah, you know, that'd be a great opportunity for us to build a bond of trust, you know, there.
I swear you only think about one thing, Luke.
Is it pudding? Because let me tell you, pudding is fantastic.
Money for pudding, maybe. If I can learn about some new forms of vampirism, I'm happy enough to join.
Well, there's only one way to learn.
I mean,
I agree.
You know, there's actually multiple ways. You could go to the library there. You can ask someone who's up.
Library's a waste of time. You just learn by doing.
Elp closes her book. She's like, libraries are not a waste of time. But Luke, if we don't go to help now, then more might die. And that's not something we want.
Sure, you know, so we'll just take that 75% of what they paid you. We'll go supply up there, and then we'll head out. Let's say, what time of the day is it there?
It would be it's probably afternoon at this point.
Okay. You know, then we can head out there in the morning. You know, first thing, if you're willing.
Sooner the better.
Awesome. You know, I think we actually have a cot downstairs available for use.
Please, Theron will give you a room. Theron, if you please.
Do we have extra rooms there? I don't even know.
Yeah, man, this is a guild hall.
Yeah,
there's
an offering of a guild
there
hall
are
room
6 floors
downstairs.
In the jail.
I didn't say we'd lock him up. I just said we have a cot downstairs.
Magnus motions to Theron and says,
Theron, please give this man lodgings and whatever he needs until tomorrow when we're ready to set out.
Yes, that is not a problem. If you don't need anything right now, follow me and I will show you to your room, your accommodations.
Gladly. And you know, I follow.
Okay. So, So give me a second here. I gotta send a message, but I can't switch it on Discord. So
You whispering? Are you being a sneaky dungeon
I'm being a
master?
sneaky dungeon master right now.
During this time, Luke walks over to Magnus and says to Magnus, he's like, Magnus, you should be a little more greedy in these situations there, because, we kind of have the guild hall pay for it there, and if we run out of money, we can't actually afford to do all the activities to do like your studying and furthering the education. So we got to be a little bit more greedy sometimes,
Magnus rolls his eyes and says, "Well, no one's going to pay them if you scare them off before they get a chance. You can't be relentless. You have to have some couth about these things, Luke."
Well, that's kind of where the art of bargaining comes in there. Have you ever bargained before?
Oh no. You with your art of bargaining again. I'm going to go back to my books. I'll be in my bunk as well. And Magnus takes the bottle of brandy from the counter and walks up the stairs with it under his tiny little gnome arm.
So is Elle still sitting there? I'm gonna start talking to Elle.
Ella's, she's still down there. She's sitting back down.
Oh, hey, dear Elle, let me talk to you about pudding there, and then that conversation happens.
It's just one of those, why, Luke?
Just
And then
following her around,
fade to
talking
black.
about pudding.
Okay. So you fade to black, and in the morning, you all wake up refreshed. It's early, just as dawn comes. I'm assuming, is everybody awake already? Are you guys just getting up? Who's the early bird of the group?
I have been preparing the tiny house.
All right, so you've been out there for an hour getting that tiny house, the rest of the last night, and
stocked, supplied with enough food and water, so I don't have to worry about it on this trip.
All right. It depends on how you guys choose to go. It's a 2-week trip by road. And a cart that's traveling normal speed. If you have them go faster, it would cut down in time. So you need 2 weeks of rations to get to Davenport itself. Or you can try traveling through the wilderness once again and cut your time by about 5-6 days.
Remember what happened last time?
I mean, it's just a friendly suggestion.
I don't remember what happened last time we cut through the wilderness. Did we cut through the wilderness? When did we cut through the wilderness?
Isn't that what happened when we died that time?
The first
No,
time.
we went at night.
You were at night in the wilderness.
No,
I believe also.
In case you're wondering, as you travel, it's not like you get back on the road at nighttime. It's dark as you travel. So, I mean, it's up to you guys how you want to get there.
Obviously, I'm not abandoning the cart, or I'm sorry, my second home.
Mm-hmm.
So,
go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna abandon the second home, so I will definitely be for the road.
So as we I guess step out of the hall and to the stable, to the cart, Magnus is gonna turn to Luke and be like, "So, is there a bunk in that thing for me?"
Oh yeah, Kate, come on in and take a look there. I think you'd be kind of impressed there.
Oh, good.
So
because if it was just for you, I was going to ask you how much you planned on paying me for the cart.
I open the door and usher him into this very well maintained space with a double bunk, and it's got a kitchen, it's got a reading nook in it, it's got everything you could ever possibly want.
Just very tiny.
Magnus pokes his head into this cart converted into a tiny house and looks around and sees the bunk beds and sees everything, and then he turns back to Luke and he's just kind of freaking sweet, and then we give a quick high five.
And then there's Elle looking well, where am I supposed to sit now?
I kind of built this little kind of chair there so you can kind of run the show from the front while me and Magnus are in back relaxing, and sipping on our
She kind of looks at you quite unhappy.
I did get you a nicer bedroll.
Well, thank you, Luke.
Are you sure you guys are professionals?
Oh, you gotta enjoy what you do. If you don't enjoy what you do, then you're not a professional.
Professionals, yes. Deviants, also yes.
Yes. All right, so you guys are going to head off.
At that point, Magnus whispers under his breath, he should see what's in my room.
As you guys all go into the tiny, tiny house, as Elle, I'm assuming, takes the reins for the first leg of the trip.
Good luck with Jericho. He only listens to me.
Okay, survival roll at disadvantage. I like this plan.
That's not true. That's not true. Jericho
doesn't
listens
listen.
to me too.
He likes tiny people.
He only likes short people, yeah.
Yeah. Tiny, tiny.
I'm a short person.
Yeah, you're short enough. You meet the
Wait,
requirements.
how short is short? How short are you?
He's
I'm
short.
4'1".
Yeah, that's pretty.
Oh wait, how tall
I'm
are
tiny
you?
for a dwarf.
It's a no.
I think I'm probably like 3 inches taller than you,
Oh.
or 2 inches taller. I'm like 4'3".
Big ass gnomes.
Could have sworn you guys were in the 3-foot section.
I'm in the 3-foot section.
Oh, I was saying with my top hat. I'm
Oh,
actually
with
only-
the top. Yes, I 100% agree. With the top hat, it makes you
I'm
taller.
actually only 3'6", but with the top hat, I'm like.
I am
4'2".
also 3'6". I built the ceiling to only be like 4.5 feet. Then
I feel like you're a small halfling. I feel like that's pretty short for a halfling.
I don't know how tall halflings are.
I don't either. I have no idea how tall.
Who
anything is.
cares?
You're a tall gnome and he's a short halfling. Perfect. So, yeah, Elle takes the cart in Jericho, and you're expecting a little rough and tumble, Magnus, because you know Jericho doesn't like tall people. But for some reason, it goes quite well. Elle seems to have control of Jericho. He seems to listen. She says nice, soothing, calming words to him as you travel from Whiteborough to Valden without issue.
Awesome.
Mm.
Oh, hey,
Yep.
Magnus, check it out. And I open up a secret compartment trapdoor for us to get out.
In the bottom,
In
like
the
in
bottom.
floor.
Like boop, boop.
Whoa.
You could be, kind of useful if we ever get stuck in here, or we ever need to get in here.
As we roll into Valden, and he shows me this trapdoor, I'm like, this would have been useful with that Tiger Man thing. Remember that? That was crazy.
Oh yeah, that's kind of crazy there. It's even great is that we kind of got away from him because he was slow and pudgy.
I have a bad feeling that won't be the last time we see him.
Well, we kind of know what. I got something for that next time. Don't you worry.
Well, now we have the tiny house. Let's see him get in here.
Oh yeah, kind of great there. So I kind of keep forgetting your name there, Dwarf McGillicuddy.
It's Blob.
Oh, sorry, Blob.
Loud.
So Blob, Lard.
Glod.
Lard. You saying Lard there?
I was named after gold, but my folks couldn't spell right.
I love that. So good.
Did they not call you Gold there and then look at the thing later and say, oh, that's not your name, or?
You're not very familiar with dwarvish customs, are you?
No, only
It's all about
elves.
the paperwork and the gold.
I'm more familiar with elves. Do you know Elvish, by the way, there?
Why would I want to learn Elvish?
Well, it's kind of useful sometimes to know a little Elvish there, here and there.
Useful if you want to wake up everyone on the block. I've never heard a more shrill language in my life.
And then I curse in gnomish to myself.
Speaking in halfling, I can't remember what my halfling accent was.
Your halfling accent is Canadian.
No.
That's
That's my
common.
normal comment. That's my comment.
Oh, I have no idea what your.
All right, whatever.
It's Irish.
Oh, hey there, laddie. Do you fancy yourself points? Nope. Okay. Continue doing whatever we're doing. Oh, hey, the other great thing is actually you don't have to pay for any, now that I built this tiny house there, we actually don't have to pay for any, hotel stay there.
Well, we still have Elle.
Well,
she
I
can,
still need a place
and-
to stay.
And now Glod as well.
how did you actually get in here, Elle?
She's looking through the door.
There's like a hatch.
Yeah, on the one side, so she can look in. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll kind of build you a Murphy kind of style bed there on the side there, and we can just kind of sleep on that. It'll make all sense there when I finish that project later there.
Okay. Yeah, the whole doubles as an indoor outhouse.
I love that. I will 100% poop through that trap door.
Yeah, you make it into Valden without issue.
Is Valden that place? I need to make a quick trip to somebody.
Valden is that place.
I would like to take a quick trip.
All right, so at some point in time,
Alone, please.
Luke kind of slips away from the group, says he's going to go, to the general store and buy. Also, did you guys buy rations for that 2-week trip? Because it is 7 gold, by the way, for the entire trip. For 14 rations.
For everything.
I have 10 rations, but I'll go ahead and buy another 14 for 7 gold.
I said it's fully stocked, Aaron, for that full 2-week trip.
You still have to buy. Yeah, it's. I mean, for a 2-week trip, it's.
Yeah, just let me know the cost when we're done.
Okay.
Or however how many days. Yeah. I'll take it out.
7. He just told you.
There and back.
14 for you.
So how much gold?
14 gold for you specifically. There and back.
No, all
rations.
All of them.
14 times.
I fully stocked everything.
56.
Okay.
Mathman.
How accommodating.
So you go in. So you slip away for a minute, Luke, to go to the Wicked Fox. All right. So I mean, no, everybody else is kind of doing their own thing. You kind of slip away, and head over there, and you enter inside into this rickety old inn, with the most shady patrons you've ever seen. And what do you do?
I go and visit Finley, of course.
So you come walking in, and you see the barkeep, and he goes,
"Oh, wait there, I'm just gonna go walk down."
No, you're not supposed to. No, wait, sir, please stop.
I got a contract. Got a contract there.
As you just keep going down in, he goes,
"Yep."
He does not like uninvited visitors.
Well, I'm always invited here, So keep going.
Yep. So you enter into the basement. You open the latch and start going down into it, and you just start hearing these like punching, slapping noises, and just cries of pain. Everybody
whatever. Keep going.
Everybody's just down
Keep
there.
Keep head down. Ignore it. If I don't see it, I don't have to do anything about it.
Yeah. So, but you go down there, and it gets louder and louder as you start hearing Ridley start cursing, and you just hear "You think you can take money from me?" and just wham! It's not going to be just you; it'll be your whole family. You will owe me favors for your life. And just going berserk. You see him as he looks up. You go, "Oh!" He looks at you. Goes, "What are you doing here?" His eyes are pitch black. There's patrons all around him. Just there's some playing cards over here. There's the warlock looking guy in the back corner, just his eyes rolled back, not paying attention to anything. And he looks at the guy and kicks him and goes, "Go!" He goes, "We'll deal with you in a minute." And he looks at you and goes, he comes walking up to you and grabs you by the shirt, Luke, this dwarf, and kind of raises you slightly into the air.
Wait, which dwarf?
Ridley is a dwarf, if you don't remember.
I know he's a dwarf, but you said this dwarf.
Yeah,
I know who Ridley is.
He comes walking and grabs you by the shirt and lifts you up into the air. You're dangling 2 to 3 inches off, and he goes, "Why did you come here uninvited?"
Cause I just wanted to stop by and see how everything was doing, and I kind of owe you a lot there for helping me out.
And when I need you, I will call for you.
I know, but sometimes you just want to do something nice and say hi.
I don't.
Just so you know that I'm still here doing good things, and I'm available. We're still with our deal.
You want more favors? How much?
No. I don't want more favors there. I just want you to know that I'm doing a good job with my favors I currently have there. You know how it is.
Yes, you did exactly as I told last time. And
yeah, we're doing a good job.
That.
I just want to make sure we are open, kind of communication there.
No,
so
we are
not. I'm gonna do well, and at least I'm gonna be open about it because I don't know anything about you really. So that's not important. Anyway, can I ask you a quick question there? Have you ever heard of a dwarf named Glod?
No.
A Red Suns guy, anything about...
No, you don't mess with the Red Suns.
Well, I know that there, but, doesn't mean that someone less than yourself would know.
The only Red Sun known in this territory is Shin, and he's been missing for a bit.
Do you know what happened to him by chance there?
No idea. Down by Wolf Pine when you were with him. Haven't seen him since. Not really my concern. One less of you, easier job for me.
You know, I suppose that you're right there. Anyway, I just wanted to stop by and, say hi. Yeah, tell you you're doing a good job there, and
Get out.
Okay, there. You have yourself a great day there.
Would you give me a perception check as you get ready to leave, Luke?
Perception.
Okay, Luke. As you have a good day there, and then you turn to leave. You spy a door at the far end of the basement. Looks like to be like a secret. It's just a wall paneling that's been moved, and you see just glitters of gold in the back. And then it closes as you turn and go up the stairs.
Walking up the stairs, leaving.
Okay. You leave, you return to it. Glod, Magnus, is there anything you guys wish to do in town? Anything you want to try to buy from Alchemist? Go somewhere, do something, hit the brothel? I mean, technically, I think one of the only brothels is really in Whiteboro, but there's probably a small shack at the edge of town.
There's a corner shop.
Yeah, there's a corner shop, exactly. Literally.
There's not much I'm doing. I don't particularly feel comfortable too much in town, so.
Okay. So Glad, for the most part, you stay in the tiny, tiny house. Magnus, you do anything in town?
I think he's still not listening.
Oh. I didn't realize he actually took his headset off for that.
Yes, so...
Luke
all right, Charlie.
Luke
Good
did
news.
the things.
Everyone's dead.
Yeah, everybody died. Game over. Have a good session. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. We're out of here. No.
Good trip, everyone.
I knew you were gonna.
Thanks for having me as a guest.
I appreciate you joining. But so Magnus, you're in town. Luke's kind of returning. Glod's kind of staying in the tiny, tiny house for the most part. What you doing anything in town, or are you just kind of good to go?
Well, let's see. Thinking about trying to stop and see how Jen Middlearm was doing, but I think that's out of town, actually, right? To the west.
Yeah, that's to Middle Arm is the.
She was the high priest here.
Yeah, she's the one who was dealing with the creation of your shrine.
Right. Her and Carl are
was.
building a stone obelisk nature park to keep that vampire at bay.
Stone obelisk, yes, to delay its rise.
But I guess that's probably too far of a trip out of town for me to conceivably check on.
That is probably a 4 to 5 day trip.
Is that this thing on the map right here? This obelisk?
Let me swap back over there, and I will tell you.
Took a day trip. We took a day to get the vault.
Yeah, you're right. That is it. It is a day. Roughly, I believe.
That's it, though, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure that's what that symbol means.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
it's a day trip to get out to that obelisk. That obelisk is where that shrine is at.
No, not worried about it. I'm sure Carl is doing a great job with Jen Middlearm.
More than likely. We'll find out.
If he's half as good at making shrines as he is leading angry mobs, Carl will be
Champ?
Mm-hmm.
Taking names?
No, I think I'm ready to go. Magnus is chilling, maybe shooting the shit with Glod a little bit.
Okay. Maybe what is a little bit of your guys' conversation? Actually, I'm curious.
I think that finally he's like, I said my name is Glod, and I'm like, oh, it's not Blob?
No, you fool. I'm starting to lose patience here a bit,
My mistake. I understand. We're a hard lot to deal with. I mean, I'm the most normal one, and look at me.
My eye is popping out of my head, and I'm holding my top hat on with a shaky hand.
I do apologize. I won't make the mistake again, Glob. You should probably just talk to Elle.
So, go ahead.
I was planning on it, seeing as, in my opinion, she seems to be far more normal than yourself. No offense, mate.
You just don't know her that well yet, but she's definitely easier to deal with.
Okay. So you go find Elle, I take it?
Yeah.
All right, you find Elle. She's probably returning right now after hitting the general store, buying some rations. We'll figure out what she wants to buy later. Kind of carrying a small like bag. She has a very like thin great sword on her back, like the normal thick. It's a lot tighter. It's more finesse for her.
Yeah.
Wearing her leather armor. She has her like bunny like mask like sitting on top of her head. Her hair's braided down behind in a ponytail. And she sees you and goes, "Hello, Glod. Do you need something?"
No, I just wanted to catch a breather from your pal Magnus there.
Yeah, I guess on occasion he could be a mouthful. Luke, on the other hand, can never trust a word he says. That man, when it comes to pudding, though, he loves it. He loves it. Just, you ever need to get on his good side? Pudding.
But he should know the dwarven custard is so much better than that elven pudding.
I don't like either, so.
I just turn around.
He just walks away. He goes, okay. Just shrugs it off. Continues. So, that kind of is a little trip that's going on within the town. Is there anything else? Luke, you return. Magnus, you're still in there. Glod, you eventually go back in. Luke, do you do anything when you return? Or he's like, we're ready to go. What do you do?
Oh, what time of day is it?
It has been... I have to switch over to another map here. It would still probably be... I can actually give you an actual time here. Give me a second. Whiteboro to here, 40 hours, 24... It is about noon right now.
Okay. I would like to... Is there a postmaster nearby?
There is no real messaging service in this world. It's more they use either like messenger birds or not birds, but they use like the magical spells and stuff like that to communicate long distances quickly.
There's no homing pigeons. Can't do ravens.
I mean, the only one you guys have is the one that Elle owns, which is the silver raven figurine that you guys received.
No, it's not that useful. It can only fly as fast as the raven can fly, so you can't send it across the continent.
50 feet per 6 seconds.
Still can't fly across the continent.
Nope.
Okay, I will...
I mean, you could try to hire someone, but you have to realize that the roads are perilous and dangerous.
I just need to find a bird.
Just a bird.
I'm gonna go look for a bird's nest.
Why don't you build a bird?
You could
Takes
build
too
a
much time and money. It's
Put a
better
bird on
just
it.
to find. I'm gonna go look for a bird's nest, just so I can kidnap a bird and train it to do all that other stuff.
You find a bird's nest. Would you please give me an animal handling skill? Or a roll?
Animal handling. Boom!
Would you roll?
11?
Okay, you find a bird that is like flapping and freaking out, and then you kind of like cup it in a little ball, and it's you feel the flutter of the wings on the sides of your hand. It eventually stops after it panics for a while. It's calm in your hand.
Awesome.
In a sense of like silent panic.
Okay. I'm bringing it back to the tiny, tiny house.
Okay, so you bring it back to the tiny, tiny house. So you guys see Luke as he's returning to it, as he opens the door, and he has this little itty birdie in his hand. You just chirp. And then what do you do?
Hey, Magnus, can I get you to build a tiny, bird cage for the tiny, tiny house? So I need a tiny, tiny bird house in the tiny house.
What have you there?
And Magnus like pokes, trying to look at the bird.
Oh, it's kind of a bird there. I'm just gonna train it just so it can communicate with us back and forth there. Whenever we go back to town.
Oh, that's interesting. May I?
Just don't eat it or anything.
Magnus, animal handling skill.
I wonder what happens if I, oops. Oh no! Oh, Luke, I'm so
So he
sorry.
touches it, and the bird just like just like paralyzes and just.
Oh no. I'm so sorry, Luke. I've sucked the life right out of it. It was an accident.
Might as well not let it go to waste.
It was something new I learned from a spellbook. I didn't know how it would react. I just thought.
I pointed to the door.
Magnus just like hangs his head down and walks out.
Magnus, why you look so down?
Luke never lets me do my experiments.
And then I just like plop down on the seat, like the carriage driver seat next to her.
Okay. Would you like to take the lead?
Sure. And like I throw the dead bird over my shoulder and take the reins. Sure.
And we go as we watch the bird roll as the wheels roll the other way and just dust kicks up.
I'm so sorry. I could not do it. It's too good.
There's more birds, Luke.
I feel like such an asshole because I don't want to impede your plans.
There are more birds, I promise you.
I won't kill the next one, I promise.
Yeah, you won't have a chance to.
Okay. Magnus, would you please give me a survival roll?
With advantage, because he clearly defined it.
He has land
He
vehicles.
loves having it.
He has it because he has land vehicles.
You want me to make a land vehicle check or a survival check with advantage?
Oh, either one.
They're actually the same, so it doesn't matter.
Okie dokie.
With advantage or normal? You
Yes,
said normal.
advantage still. It's your horse. You're comfortable with it. Nothing
It's a
difficult.
mule. It's not a horse.
Good
Thank
things.
God. Thank God.
Okay. So you guys travel for about a day or two. When not far off in the distance, you see a group, kind of a silhouette of a group of animals, with at least 3 taller things above it. It's off in the distance. It's on the road.
Wait, say that one more time.
So it's a herd of animals with like 3 taller like silhouettes rising above them. They're kind of like probably 300-400 feet off, but they seem to be coming towards you semi quickly.
It's dark now.
No, it's dusk. I would say it's probably dusk.
Can I see any of this from inside my tiny house?
No, you did not put a telescope in it.
Oh,
Periscope.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start building a periscope right now. Like, what's that out there?
It's a freaking sub. Okay.
Make it waterproof.
I need to make the waterproof.
So Magnus, you see them up ahead, and kind of looks at you and goes, "What do you think we should do?"
Magnus slows the cart, pulls the reins to a steady walk, and I turn to Elle and I say,
Perhaps you should address them before we get too close.
Me?
Well, you're louder than I am. I mean, I talk more.
Let's get Luke to do it. He's the loudest.
But then, okay,
I'll stop the cart. So I kind of pull the cart to the side of the path and pull Jericho to a stop.
And then Luke, you hear a knock on the front of the cart.
I open the side of the window, poke my head out. What do you want there?
Luke,
You bird killer.
Luke, it's me.
Elle, how you doing there?
I'm doing quite fine, thank you.
Okay. What can I do for you there?
There's a big silhouette up in front of us.
I turn my head looking at
Do you want
What
to?
do I see?
You see a big silhouette with 3 larger things above it. There's probably about 300 feet out at this point.
300 feet.
I mean, they're getting. I mean, they were 400 feet.
Oh, okay.
See, maybe you should.
Tilt out the window with the gun. Steady it up. Piss out there, you hosers. Get the hell out of our way. And I just shoot them. Shoot them from here.
Shoot.
I have 300 feet. I can make that distance.
You get a range attack.
Is this like a warning?
Is this a warning shot or no?
Let's find out. I don't know. Do I get advantage because they don't know what's coming?
Sure.
Okay, then no,
Hey,
it's
you
not a warning
hoser,
shot.
get out of the way. And you just hear this, and the
Wait,
guy, you watch. No.
What happened? I'm sorry.
So Magnus, you're like, wait, look, what are you doing? And then Elle's like, covering her ears as hosers, goosh, and you just watch as one of the three silhouettes that were above the smaller one, just the top half of it just disappears, and you just hear, "Holy shit! Go, fuck the sheep, go!" As you watch as you see kind of a bright quick flash of light from the cannon you shot out, and you see two farmers with farm hats on with the little staffs just book it and start running. The sheep scatter in all different directions, and there lies a dead horse and half of a man on the ground as you're 300 feet out.
Okay. Let's get going there. We don't got all day. I go back inside the house, close the window.
No, we are not leaving. Luke, get out here.
No, I'm not going out. I'm locking the door.
Magnus pulls the shovel off the side of the cart and just starts dragging it down the
You
road
hear the
on foot
going away though.
towards the body. Yeah.
You hear, Luke, open this window this instant.
I cracked the window open. What do you want there?
You just killed a man.
How do you know it's a man there? You're not over there.
It's a man!
Is it a man?
It's a man
Oh.
on a horse. Well, it was
whatever.
a horse.
And a horse!
Yeah,
No,
potato.
Luke, our job is to protect these people, not to murder them in cold blood. Get out there and help Magnus.
I told them to
Repent.
move there. I told them to move
You
there.
gave him half a second.
Well, he obviously wasn't.
A second, Luke.
He wasn't fit
Get
enough
out
to be
there and help
able
him.
to dodge.
I can't believe you.
I can't believe you either there. You could have gone and saved them yourself, but no, you asked for me to do it. You knew I'm a loose cannon there. You should know better.
Luke, this is unforgivable.
Oh, it's unforgivable. I'll show you unforgivable.
She starts walking away, goes towards Magnus.
Opens the other door. I'll show you unforgivable there, you hoser. You think you're better than me, huh? Because you're riding in the front of the cart there.
She's just walking away from not even she has her back turned to you, ignoring you, and just walking towards
I
Magnus.
reload, by the way. I don't trust anybody.
I drop through the trapdoor with my shovel and head to the body as well. Gotta make sure it's not undead though.
Well, so I'm actually gonna do a burial because I'm a.
Don't worry, my boy. I was a mortician for years. I know about these things.
I'm gonna do burial rites to the body as we bury it.
Okay.
My ears are still ringing.
Mine are too. It's okay. It's quite all right.
What?
How the hell are we supposed to be stealthy if he's got that fucking thing back there?
He couldn't be stealthy if he tried. His mouth is too big.
He couldn't
Oh,
keep his mouth
that's
long
a
enough
big
to
word there.
You're not. Wait, you're not here.
I'm going back to the cart there.
Oh, you came out?
He came out.
Yes! Going back to the cart.
You didn't say you came with us.
No,
I said I got out.
He got
Like,
out.
oh,
He's like, I reload 'cause I don't trust nobody. Yeah, he was coming towards.
Now I'm going back to the cart. Look at that.
We start walking.
So Magnus is like, Jesus, what a sick freak. And as he's doing it, I'm like chopping the finger bone off of one of these bodies and stuffing it in my pouch, in, like my pocket. But I do want to bury it. Magnus, does some burial rituals. He lights some different incenses, draws a few different circles in salt, little runic thing around the gravesite, and I want to try and summon the spirit to ask it a question after about 20 minutes of praying and chanting.
Okay, you give it the burial rites for Nergal, which is the Lord of Death for all but the elves. Yeah, you may ask him one question.
My dear lost spirit, did you have a family?
Yes.
Be gone.
And I just wave my hand because I know I can't ask him another question. So I'm hoping we could search the body too. Any kind of, hopefully a family heirloom or any kind of identification.
Give me an investigation check. Because at this point, most of his upper body is gone, so maybe someone got blown away a little ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think you probably find
Like his name is stitched into his pants.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
case they
Should
get
be-
lost.
like you go looking
Summer
out and then
camp.
Got his name on his drawers.
it says Wednesday on it also, and it's Friday. But yeah, no, you find I would say originally you probably find like a small like simple signet ring, nothing fancy, just something that identifies his family.
I'm not worried about it for right now. In fact, I might pay a messenger to deliver it later.
Yeah, you could just you can mark it as farmer's signet ring for now in your inventory.
If only we had a bird that someone didn't murder in cold
It's made
blood.
of copper.
Okay, gotcha, copper.
Me murder in cold blood? Are you freaking kidding?
And I like cut another finger off the body and stuff it in my pocket.
I don't know who you're talking to. I'm in the cart. I'm just a player.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so he's buried in it at this point.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys travel on. Eventually night falls. How do you guys camp?
I camp inside the house.
I'm gonna
Just park it right alongside the road, or
I'm gonna pull the cart a ways off. Is there any like nice clearings or places where it seems like carts?
You're in the
park
grass.
off a
You're
lot?
mainly in the grasslands. There's not many trees that you see. They're very, very sparse. There are some slight rolling hills, not much, and you kind of get that the wind as it blows through like tall grass. Get a slight memory of Marion a little bit, Magnus.
She was a good horse. What a good nag.
Not like Nancy though. Yeah, and you find a spot that's just off on the side. You can maybe at the top of a hill if you want, or down in between two of them. Depends on where you want to go.
I feel like we're not really trying to hide too much. It's a main road. You know, it's not like a highway, I guess, but it's a road.
Yeah, it's the main road is used in patrol typically.
Yeah. Folks want to pass by and share the fire. That's fine. So I build a little campfire on, in a little stomped down grass clearing on the side of the road. Magnus gonna sleep under the stars if the weather permits, and preferably stay away from Luke and try and apologize to Glod for the fact that we're just straight murdering random strangers.
Yeah. I think even Ella looks at you, Glad. He's normally not that bad.
Yeah, I can't tell you. We don't condone murder. I'm afraid I may have to report him to the guard when I return. I'm not sure what to do yet. He is my dear friend, so it's hard to say. But regardless, I
also
do
not
have
sure.
some rations I can share with each of you, and
I break out a loaf of bread. Give everybody a ration at the campfire.
Get to have your nice conversation. How is watch gonna be for the night? Who's first, second, third, fourth?
I'm gonna say L first before it's too dark.
Okay, yeah,
Probably.
L can go first. I'm fine with that.
I will take middle of the night because I got my goggles. See in the dark.
Yeah, and then I guess me third and
Glod last.
fourth. Cool with that, Glod?
Yeah, sounds good.
You get to sleep first. That's the best shit right there.
So Luke is second, Magnus is third, Glod's last, and L's first. Okay. Alright, so on L's watch, as L's sitting around a small, I don't think she has a campfire, but she probably has one that you guys used to cook food at one point. Because
I had a little fire going. I guess we're not tending to it at this point.
Nah, at this point, no. It's kind of like just like smoking a little bit and stuff like that. As I was kind of looking around, and I'm gonna make a roll for her. Fairly easy. Okay. With a 7, Elle kind of looking around, and then she feels something brush up against her side. She freaks out and jumps up, and you hear a bah as one of the sheep that was that fled and like spread out is behind her and like rubs up against her. And it's like, oh, and she just like pets it. It's okay.
I hope no sheep cross my path.
Does it wake me up?
No, it's quite silent. It's not like super loud. It doesn't like freak out bad. It's kind of just like a light.
Damn it!
Bah.
I want to pet the sheep.
Oh, you'll be able to pet a sheep when I'm done with it.
So, the rest of her time goes by quietly. As Luke, it is your turn. Up. Would you please, as you're keeping watch, Els? I think Els probably sleeping, just in her little. I can't think of what it's called right now. Her little sleeping bag, basically, just off a little,
perception?
not too
Or
far.
perception?
Yeah, just roll me an actual perception. So you guys are keeping watch in this case. Okay, 18. Luke. Off in the distance, you hear bah, and it just continues like just ever so slowly and quietly, just bah. You hear a crunch of like a break of a twig, as it seems to be coming like in your direction. It's a little ways off, but it's out in the field over a couple of hills.
Yeah.
Do you just kind of sit and watch, or what do you do?
Who's sleeping outside?
Magnus, Elle is, Glod, are you inside the tiny hut house?
I'm definitely outside.
So everybody's outside.
Just you in the house.
Well, at the moment, he's keeping watch, so he's actually outside the house at the moment.
Are you sitting on top of it?
No.
So I would be.
Anyway. Well, I guess I was for watching.
I would be like Snoopy laying.
I like hop off and I walk over to Magnus and shake him.
Hey,
Hey,
Marigold, not marzipan.
yeah, whatever there. Something just doesn't feel right here with all these sheep
What
roaming
is it?
about.
What sheep where?
That thing there.
That sounded like a very tired sheep.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird that they're still here,
Can I make a nature check to see if I can identify?
Yeah, I would also allow animal handling as a possibility also. Kind of like knowledge, in a sense.
I got a better int score, so. I mean, to me, nature is like your knowledge.
Either one. It is a domesticated animal in this case, so that's why I was going to allow animal handling.
Yeah. No worries.
But either one's fine. Nature.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you trying to find out about this exactly?
Just to verify that it is a real sheep noise?
Yes, it sounds completely like a real, very, very tired and exhausted sheep. You get the sense that it's probably fleeing from something. From your role.
Fleeing from what?
Something.
Or like unhealthy or wounded or something like that.
Something in that case, yeah.
That sheep's not right, man. I know a ba when I hear it.
Yeah, it's like I said there. There's something crazy going on here. We need to fix this right now.
I reach down and shake Glod, too.
Glod, there's
What?
there's some kind of injured sheep or something out there in the darkness.
I am gonna cast light on a pebble.
Okay. Cast light on a pebble. The pebble glows.
And throw it towards the sheep sound as best I can.
Alright, so you just launch it. You throw it out that way. It only gets 20-foot radius. I think reasonably, it's not super far away because you can hear it decently well. It's still kind of coming in your direction. And you kind of see the sheep in the light, and you see quick glimpse. You see a little bit of like a blood streak on like one of its legs, like from the wool like down, from its shoulder down. Just bah.
Well, he's, casting light and all that. I'm lacing up my armor.
Are you really? Do you remember what your armor does, sir?
Yeah, that's why I said lacing.
Aha.
It's an action instead of.
Yeah. I guess in a sense, you guys all see, for the audience watching, Glod in a sense of lacing up, literally watch him like grab his armor and just starts, so he like puts it on, and you watch it like start magically lacing itself together. He's like doing little itty bitty bits and like tying them off, but he instantly like dons his armor in the matter of like 6 to 10 seconds.
Oh, that's interesting. Remind me to make some sketches of this armor later when we're not busy. If you don't
Join
mind.
the Red Suns and you can get your own.
I'm just curious about the magics involved, not really the armor.
Trade
itself.
secrets.
Oh, hey there, I can figure that out.
So you're lacing up, manage to throw the pebble. You see the sheep. What do you guys do?
I'm loading up my rifle.
It's definitely injured. It seems like there's a predator afoot.
Do you think we should just kind of put it out of its misery? Maybe make some lamb chops for the breakfast?
No, no, no. We use it as bait. We use its bleeding to bring in whatever's hunting it, and then we hunt what's hunting it.
Well, you know, if you're gonna make sense all the time there, why don't you just tell us what to do?
I just did.
Yeah, that's why I just said it there. Duh.
Get out of your little house and post up.
Magnus is like, yes,
I'm like,
sir.
I'm
And,
like 3
I
feet in
climb-
front
I
of you
climb up
there,
on the
buddy. I'm
cart.
not even on the house. Oh, my
El
goodness.
yawns like, what are you all arguing about?
Elves,
Oh.
I went Canadian.
look sharp.
Don't I always? No. Continue. Sorry.
There's a predator afoot. Look at the sheep.
Yeah, it's still glowing as it like starts to exit out of the light that you had cast. She goes, all right. She gets up, starts to put on her armor and all that type of stuff. She dons the mask down. She pulls the sword ready, and would you guys give me a group perception check?
Wait, how do we do a group perception check?
Basically,
Everyone makes a perception
everybody
check.
makes it, and depending on whoever gets higher or lower than what I've rolled, will depend on if the group succeeds or not. Also depending on how close these things get.
Damn
to
it.
you.
I'm too busy being flustered. They told me what to do.
Here's elves.
Tell me what to do.
Okay. So, you're all getting ready, weapons, like, she has her hand on a weapon, and you just hear this growl behind you, this, as then from all the areas, those who can see, from 60 feet out from around, or from the north of you, come out walking 7 wolf-like creatures.
Shoot them. Shoot them dead.
We roll initiative.
Can we go to a screen right?
I rolled really bad when I was trying to do that. So, yes, I will switch us over to this screen, and we will go to better music. It's time to battle.
I bet you those people were werewolves. Yes.
All right, go ahead and place yourselves in the middle of the map, just slightly north of the road if you want. I'm assuming you guys are still close to it, so that's what we're going to use.
Alright.
Do you have the cart and the mule?
I have double music going on, I think, right now.
Music shreds.
There we go.
I feel like we'd be closer to the fire, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was
You
thinking.
guys can put yourselves closer to the fire if you want. Go ahead.
Yeah, can you put a cart token out to make
I mean,
it
I'll
fancy?
think about it. Cart.
Give us a tiny house.
Yeah, give me a tiny, tiny house. Where will soon be a tiny birdhouse.
Oh, I'm on the wrong layer.
Yeah.
But you guys are also obviously facing the other way.
I'm standing
I'm not putting
Up.
Jericho on it because I'm being lazy at the moment.
up on that cart.
Ah,
Alright,
no.
Jericho's
You
got
guys, were
plot
not,
armor.
you guys were not having this conversation as you're getting on the cart when this roll happened. You could get onto it on your turn, but you're somewhere out closer to the campfire right now.
Oh, mentioned earlier when he told me to get on the cart, I said yes, sir, and climbed up.
I think it's pretty much right after I said that.
Yeah, it's like right when that's happening.
Okay.
And let me pull out L because I'm bad at this game. L is somewhere around here also, I would say. Probably over here.
The stream map's not centered.
Yep, let me fix that for the stream right now. Stream, you're not missing anything yet, I promise you guys. As these creatures come from over here. Is that 60 feet? That's fine.
Oh my god, that's so far away.
Okay,
This is 60 foot from where I am.
I'm just going to reveal them, then I will move them as needed. They got in very close to you guys due to your perception checks. Being very bad.
It's real bad.
Thank you.
Real bad. Oh, they're up there. Okay.
Yes. Move the stream over a bit. There we go. And zoom out on the stream.
Oh, Jazzy just psst. She psst.
Psst. And
Hi, Jazzy.
Okay.
Bebo.
This is where you die, Jazzy, so it's fine. You get to watch your death.
Jazzy, are you ready to join now, Jazzy? Or are you whispering because you're still with your mom? That's why she's sting, isn't it?
Sneaky. She's all roguelike. Okay. So let's go ahead and roll. Oh god, why don't I have that there? Clear all turns.
Oh, she joined.
Ah!
Cameras are messed up.
Oh no, she joined. Okay, hold on, guys. We're gonna take a 2-minute break so that I can fix the cameras.
This is a perfect time for a break. Why don't we take a 5-minute commercial
5-minute break.
And we'll be right back with an awesome battle, and Jazzy will join us as Elle, finally.
Yes, and then I don't get to kill her character and don't get to do the bad accent anymore. That's the most exciting part about this whole thing.
Oh no, what did I
Oh
miss?
man, it was rough.
Oh, you missed a lot of things.
We'll have to talk. Anyway, hang tight, everyone. We'll be right back.
We'll be back.
Every few centuries, there comes a group of heroes, destined to save the world from the clutches of an evil force. These may not be those heroes. Squad! Dungeon Squad! Dungeon Squad! Yeah! Dungeon Squad! Dungeon Squad Live! Dungeon Squad Live!
We are back. And let's see if the chat actually. Yeah, okay, there. You guys they can hear you guys. Important matters. So, Elle is here in the flesh, the video flesh.
Welcome back, Elle.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron was a subpar you.
I am a subpar Elle. I completely agree.
There's no compare.
There can be only one.
I must quit because of it if it's so bad.
Good.
That's pretty bad.
You may all guess what, guys? A rock falls from the sky and you all die.
Hey, I'm okay. Dying.
What did
Session
I do?
is
I
done.
just got here.
Wait,
I'm a dwarf miner. I'm
You
used to
laughed
rock
with them,
falling.
Elle. Okay, so initiative rolls, everybody. Hop to it.
I already did.
yeah.
I don't even.
Oh, I had a whisper, but I rolled a 19, as you can see. Wars are good. I am missing just Elle. Cool.
Well, me and Elle rolled the same number.
Glod, you go first, sir.
Do it, Glod. Do it up.
So,
Run in there. Tank.
first I want to know what I'm dealing with.
Okay, what
Because
is...
I'm an experienced hunter of everything.
Third level, you gain the ability to peer a creature and magically discern how to best to hurt it. As an action, choose one creature you see within 60 feet of you. Immediately learn whether the creature has any damage, immunities, resistance, or vulnerabilities, and what they are. If the creature is hidden from divination magic, blah, you can't sense nothing. All right, so this creature has no immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
Good news, boys. We can just kill it quick and easy. And I start running up. And I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on... Oh, yeah, let me check the range quick. Yeah, 90 feet.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast it at this one right here.
Which one? I'm sorry. Cool. I will make a mark on him. It's a target one, right? I don't see it. Well, he gets the wrench.
Sweet. I'm going to wrench him up.
Well, your weapon is a wrench?
Yes. He
Yeah.
just throws wrenches. Okay. It is now their turn. And let the games begin as they come charging forward.
And they all murder us at point blank range.
That's the plan. Okay, this is 35 feet. That one's not going to be in the fire, by the way. Comes running down this way. This one comes surrounding towards UL. So this is this one. These ones come around the side. Okay, so it's going to be an attack against Glod and 3 against L.
Bring it.
Good
First bite.
luck, Elle.
21 to Glod. Glod, you take 13 damage, and will you please give me a strength saving throw?
Jeez.
Okay, you are
Boom.
not knocked prone as you take a 13 piercing damage. L.
Holy shit.
Attack 1. 15. Hits for 9. Would you please give me a strength saving throw?
Oh, I haven't opened.
Well, the good news is you have high strength, so likelihood of you getting knocked down is very low. And hopefully you don't. You pass for the first one. You take 9 damage as the next attack goes. A 21 for 9 because I am rolling like a champ today.
God, we're all gonna die before we get the chance to do anything.
As you take 9 more piercing, you need to make another strength saving throw, followed by 1 more attack. I missed the last attack. You get knocked prone, though, which gives him advantage, which he still misses. So you are prone on the ground. Okay, and that is their turn. Magnus.
Oh boy. What's around? No trees around?
No trees, you're in kind of an open plain. You're in the grasslands.
Son of a bitch, how are you supposed to fight a wolf with no trees? Everyone knows that's how you fight wolves. Let's see. I think I'm gonna move away.
Okay.
That's 25 feet right there. And Magnus, as he runs back, is going to start chanting an incantation. Now, the one that Glod threw the wrench at took a hit. Yeah.
No, that was his hunter's mark. I literally just had couldn't think of the symbol for him. So
okay.
It wasn't a literal.
He doesn't fight with wrenches. I thought that was a true thing.
That would be amazing.
Sweet dwarf flourish is like a mace wrench. Anyway, in that case, I think I'm gonna 4-inch diameter. Sorry, I'm just taking a quick look at my spells. I think I might cast a chromatic orb here. Acid, cold, lightning, and then ranged spell attack. If it attacks the creature, so that's only a single target.
Single target, correct. Which is weird for what it is.
You know what? I'm gonna start things off smart and cast false life on myself.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna cast it at level 2. Did that go through?
I did not hear a ding, sir.
So there we go. Yeah. Gain 7 hit points temporarily.
Okay.
So I say a little chant, touch myself on the forehead, and kind of glow red as I feel invigorated for 7 temporary HP.
Okay.
That's my turn.
You're up. What do you do?
That's a good question. I mean, they're just.
Prone?
Oh.
You are prone. You spend half your movement to get up.
It's whatever, it's fine. I will firstly hit the one that's right to my right.
Okay. A 10. A 10, sadly, does not hit.
No!
You swing and it misses. You gain 1 temporary hit point.
We need a bard.
If only we had a bard.
Or a cleric with bless.
Yeah, but Boink.
Yeah. Disengage?
Yes.
Bonus action. So technically, in that case, you could move 5 more feet.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because disengage actually moves you 5 feet, and then you still had 15 feet of movement left.
Oh.
So you can go 1 more square.
Boink.
There you go.
Okay.
I like your sound effects.
What?
Luke,
I don't like this.
what do you do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom.
Also, you're out of focus, my dude.
This camera's very focus angry lately.
Yes, I can't help it. I smash a mirror on the ground and cast Sanctuary. That's a bonus action.
Ooh, on who?
Myself.
Okay. I'm going to correct you really
Can
fast
I?
on this. You can do that, but if you cast Sanctuary and then attack, you lose Sanctuary. So if you attack, then Sanctuary, then you're better off.
Okay, I will attack, then Sanctuary.
Okay.
Which one looks to be... I'm going to attack
They
this
all
one.
look perfectly fine. Okay?
I'm going to take that one.
18 hits for 9 damage in total. Okay. And that
Now
one
I cast Sanctuary
actually
on myself.
looks a bit bloody.
Oh, take that there.
So, are you just gonna sit in your bubble and not help at all? Is that your plan for this
No,
battle?
I just plan on not getting wrecked next turn. That's all.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Where's Glod at?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
I'm by the fire.
You have the same border, so I lost you for a second. I just need to zoom in.
Okay. So, Luke, that's your turn then. Glod, you
That is
are
my turn.
up, sir.
Let's see here. So the same one, I've got hunters marked. I'm gonna cast Slave's Prey. Essentially, it's a extra hunter's mark that goes off every first time I hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna sidestep over up to it, pulling out my black tarnished silver rapier,
Okay.
and I am gonna stab it.
You stab it. Just barely. You start charging, you pull it out, you stab into it, and it goes to dodge, but you catch it in its eye, dealing a total of a lot. Why is there a 4? A hunter's mark is in there, okay.
Yep, so my hunter's mark for 4.
10,
then plus
so
the
16.
6, plus another
Okay.
6 for...
It does not go down, but you like pull the rapier out and the eye comes with it as just blood is gushing from it.
Told you can just stab him. What are you lot afraid of? As I die this turn.
Okay.
So just to be clear, you didn't kill it. You just bloodied it, right?
He bloodied it pretty badly. So
I guess it's got eyeballs hanging.
So
out.
he like, what are y'all? He had you like turn your back, and 3 wargs like leaping into the air, going to bite you. As you're like, just come stab them. So first attack against you, Glod. 14 misses. It bites and like grabs on your shoulder. You just like throw it over. The next one is a 22 for 7. I need you to make me a strength saving throw. Right, as you succeed, as it grabs and tries to pull you down, but you rip it off of you. Your armor getting just torn a little bit. And then the final attack, 7, as you just bash it away. Those 3 all miss. These ones come charging towards you, L. That one. This one comes running towards you, Magnus. And this one comes running south, chasing after a sheep. Okay. So L gets attacked by 1. 16 L for. No, not until. Yes. If you attack
It
or
doesn't
do.
say it in the spell, though.
Yes, it does. If you go to attack, like if you go to heal someone, that does not drop sanctuary. It's when you go to inflict like harm on something. That's when it drops. So you can like heal L or Glod and stuff like that, and they would more than likely they'd make that save to not attack you if you're nearby. In this case, L, you take 10 piercing and you make another saving throw. You succeed, and then Magnus, 23 for 6, and make me a strength saving throw.
Oh yeah. We just strike much damage?
Strength save's not my strong suit.
No, it is not.
Unfortunately.
No, all right, and Magnus, you get knocked prone as the warg is on top of you, just trying to gnaw into your chest.
Well, son of a gun. And that was how much damage? 7?
6.
6. I have 1 temporary HP left.
She took not that much damage.
L is looking quite messed up.
How messed up is real messed up?
1/4 of my health.
Magnus.
1/4 of my health is left.
That's not good.
So only a quarter of her looks like she's ready to fight, and the other 3/4
Her
pretty bad,
one
right?
arm is like hanging. She's trying to hold her 2-handed sword up, and she's struggling.
Ugh.
There's just bite wounds just bleeding down. Magnus, you're up.
I am going. Magnus casts, says a little chant and shoots bolts of blue arcane energy out of his hand. Level 2 magic missile.
Ooh.
All of them going at the wolf in front of me. The warg.
Okay. Okay, just barely. You shoot and it hits the wolf on the side. It leans side. It like yelps in pain. Another one from the other side hits it. One from in front hits it just directly in the face, and the last one hits it right on its back. And you just hear the crack and the snap as it collapses to the ground.
Yes, pummeled by arcane
You hit
magics.
the exact number you had to hit.
Yes. Beautiful. And on that note, I will retreat another 25 feet. Oh, excuse me, another 10
Wrong
feet.
direction. You want to go
Correct.
in the house.
Oh, I forgot it's fortified.
It is
Nah,
a
I'm-
house, yes.
Blast things from the window. And you know about the secret card, which I told you about.
That's true. Can I go? Oh shit, where was I?
You were right
Here?
next to the wolf. No, you're down one. You're right there.
Oops.
You can get underneath in this turn.
I only have 10 feet of movement because I was
Yeah.
prone, so I stood up.
There is a Jericho to your south, technically. But you
Yeah,
could-
right. But I can go over the wolf's body like so now,
Yeah,
right?
no problem.
That still puts me in range of a lot of wolves. That's all right. I have my shield spell ready, so yeah, I think that's gonna be it for Magnus.
Elle, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna boop him.
Sorry, I just realized the stream can't see everything.
Oh,
Readjusted.
do I?
I don't think there's a reason for you to have advantage.
But I want it.
Wait, aren't you by yourself? Doesn't she get
She
advantage
gets her.
Yeah, but that's sneak
If she
attack
hits, she
damage.
gets her sneak attack damage, not an advantage.
Oh, well, sucks for you.
Well, it's still you rolled a 15, no?
A 12,
12.
which is not enough. You barely miss the warg.
Okay, disengage. Bye bye. Dash.
You disengage and run. Okay. Running towards the other wolf. I like this plan. This is a solid plan.
Uh, let me just stuff out.
Okay.
Reinforce.
Luke, you're up. 2 of the wargs on Glod right now are looking quite weak.
2 of the. Oh man. Heal L or help Glog?
Glod.
Loud.
3, 4, 5. I get here.
Okay.
How do I choose to?
He had to be in touch range to heal him. For cure wounds.
I think I'm just gonna hold here then.
You're not going to do anything? You're going to attack, not do anything? Or what do you... What,
Nah,
what?
I'm gonna heal him next turn.
Next turn.
So, well, I guess I will do a dodge action.
Okay, take the dodge action. Interesting choice. So creatures have a disadvantage on attacks against you. I like it. And that is your turn. So Luke ends his turn. Glod, you are up.
So, my friend in front of me.
Mm-hmm. And do you get advantage for some reason with that skill? Because otherwise you miss, sir.
I don't believe I do.
All right, so yeah, you stab at it. And this time it's ready. With its one eye it can see you at. It dodges out of the way. And it's getting lunged towards you.
I hope that one gets away and you have a
A rival.
a rivalry with it for the rest of your life.
Nemesis.
So that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Butter knife, no.
Okay. There are going to be 3 attacks. This one's going to make a wisdom save versus you for your sanctuary. Would you click sanctuary, please? So I can see exactly what it is.
Yeah, I can copy paste it.
I will make
Or
this
use a spell slot.
You can just add the spell slot back after you click it, so.
Let's copy paste it.
What is your spell save?
My spell save is a 13, it says.
Okay, so a wisdom saving
yeah.
throw. All right, this one's going to attack you, Luke. Roll an 8, and it thinks again.
Has to pick a new target. The creature must choose a new target or lose the attack. Or spell.
I mean, I was going to end it there, but since you made that point, it surrounds over to Glod. And there are 4 attacks on Glod. And I apologize, sir.
Bring
First
it.
one. 23 for 9. I need you to make a strength saving throw. That I pray you make.
I pray you make it too. This
There's
is going to be
one.
real bad next turn.
13.
Miss.
All right, next attack. 21 for 12, because I'm rolling ridiculous. Another strength saving throw. And then that last one with the one missing eye, as you are knocked over, has advantage on the attack. It crits you.
Oh God!
As it bites into your neck. Ah! As
As
Glod
I fall prone.
falls
Gotcha.
prone.
Oh no.
Okay.
Even more prone.
The one over here ripped its sheep apart and then turns, looks up, turns, sees you, Magnus. Can it make it to you?
Oh, it smells some baby gnome meat. I don't blame it.
It can make it. 40, and then it reaches under, like it crawls under where Jericho's is that Jericho starts to like rain upwards as it bites at you, Magnus.
Wait.
11.
My mage armor deflects it.
Yeah, so it goes to biting, and it gets stuck on this force field as it's trying to like bust through it. And then this last one comes charging towards L because you are its prey. 15 hits you, L, for 10.
Oh, no. Oh god.
Oh, this is bad. Is L down?
No.
Do I need to make a thing?
Yes, you have to see if you get knocked prone or not.
Strength saving throw.
You are knocked prone, L.
Good game. I like this game. It's a nice game.
Magnus, you're up.
Let's get fucking serious here. So Magnus, I think I'm gonna disengage. Well, unless I can kill it.
Kill it.
I have a question. The one I blew up with the magic missiles, was it prior? Did I see it get injured before I?
No, you
magic
did not.
missiled it? All right, we're gonna
It
do
did
another.
look to be like one of like the is it Omega?
Runt.
The runt of the litter. In this case, you hit this one. You hit it, the same thing goes. It does not die, but it looks severely weakened.
So I shoot a bunch of little magic darts out of my hand, and that's it. I hold my ground.
Okay, you hold your ground. Prepared. L, you're on the ground, bloodied, weak, exhausted.
What do I
Get up and murder it?
Okay. I get up.
Just stab its eye out and it'll be fine.
No, then you'll have an enemy for life.
Okay. L, as you take the swing, slicing its head clean off. As it goes down.
Yeah.
Do anything else, L?
I don't really want to die.
Me, I can heal you.
Yes, run to the Fort Wargs. I like this plan. Genius plan. Do it. Do it.
Come to me. I will keep you alive.
I have a healing potion too.
I also have that. I mean, it's either you
Where
can
do
help
you
us
go,
or
Al?
he dies and I die.
Well, that's if they make it through the wisdom saving throw to heal you or to attack you.
I'm not gonna die.
Oh, Brooke, stop. No, okay. You know,
You
that
don't.
seemed. Was that 10?
Yes.
It didn't show me, so. Blink. Okay. I can't. I don't know where the thing is.
I got it. Luke, you're sanctuaried up, sir.
I'm gonna regret this decision. I'm gonna step here
Okay.
and I will heal him.
Are you unconscious?
He's unconscious, yes.
I'm gonna,
Oh no.
I'm gonna smack him in the face and say, "Wake the fuck up!"
And by attacking you that way, you lose your sanctuary because you were attacked. No, you're fine. So you still your sanctuary. You are
Wake the
prone,
fuck
Glod.
up!
And yeah, he slaps you. You wake up, invigorated with 11 hit points restored to you as your wounds close slightly. As you're surrounded by wargs.
Well, that's a fancy trick.
And that is your turn, I assume, Luke. Glod.
Yeah. Oh, I also reload.
You're up. The one warg, satisfied, was getting ready to walk away and then sees that you're back up and is turning around, angry, snarling. One eye
I'm
just
gonna-
pooling blood.
Stand up. Disengage.
Okay.
You're gonna leave me? He's just a
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
You're
I'm
sanctuary.
I'm throwing this one out to you. You're disengaging against creatures that have ran. You would know this by this. How far they can run is much farther than you can run normally.
And you have to.
True.
And half your
But-
movement has already been used to get up.
If you leave him a tasty target.
Why didn't you just you know,
Fine.
dodge. Just use dodge.
I'll
You're
poke
gonna
the
have to
one in
stand
front of me.
Okay. You do.
16.
As it turns angrily, snarls, gets ready to leap on you. You just stab it through the other eye.
9
He
damage.
goes-
And killed it.
Yeah, it did. He only had 7.
Then
He
I'm gonna
goes
move
down.
my hunter's mark to the north one that's already been
Okay.
wounded.
Hunter's mark has been moved. Okay. And you ready?
That's my turn.
And you ready yourself.
I do.
Okay. Magnus.
All right.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Actually,
The
that's my. It's the wargs. Sorry, the wargs
Damn it.
are up. So the
It's
three of
either
them
he's going down or I'm going down next turn. Take your pick. It's gonna happen to one of us.
attacks. First one attacks you, Glod. 20 for 9, and make a strength saving throw. You are knocked prone as the next warg jumps on you with a 16 for 9. As Glod goes down. Seeing Glod go down, though, the other warg looks at you, Luke, and makes a wisdom
Little
saving
finger
throw.
to it.
He rolls a 1 and comes in like, huff, and then starts running towards L.
All right, cool. I'm cool with that. And no, I will not take the attack of opportunity and lose that.
Okay, it makes it to you, L.
I will take that attack of opportunity.
Okay. So it leaves you at your space.
I will shoot it with my rifle.
That is a disadvantage because it's in melee range technically when it leaves. The attack happens in the melee section.
Whatever.
14 hits for 13.
13 damage.
Sadly, this warg has not taken any damage yet. And he gets wounded as he continues to run. You know what?
Nope, it still ain't gonna attack me.
No, it goes to here.
It's till the end of my turn, remember
It
that.
gets shot and starts to run away. And then dashes. As it just yelps, as its like tail is on fire.
Now question, do I lose Sanctuary at the beginning of my next turn, or do I lose it now?
I would say you lose it when you do it. So, on a fail save, the creature, blah, blah, blah. Spells to protect warded creatures, rare effects, blah, blah, blah. I guess it's not in that part of spell information you put. So, I'm pretty sure it ends as soon as you make the attack. So, it ends here.
Yeah.
But all those wargs have made their attacks. The one on Magnus will attack, though. Magnus, it rolls 24 for 8.
Well, no use using my shield on that. Let's see. So for
And
8,
they-
I lose my 1 temp hit point, and then I take 7 normal hit point
Yep.
damage.
And then I need you to make a strength saving throw.
save.
You were knocked prone. Like, this warg is just overpowered. Like, you're like, get off me. Ugh. And then you like, get up and you get ready to do something to it, and it just jumps right back on you. Like, oh, God.
Is that how temporary hit points work? Like, you get hit and then it gets taken away.
From temporary first, and then off your other HP. Your normal HP, yes.
When I get temporary HP, I add it to my red bubble on my token. You know what
Yeah, that's what I.
Okay.
I mean?
You are now
so
actually up, Magnus.
I stand up,
Okay.
obviously, and I'm gonna use Necrotic Shroud.
Okay.
Yeah. Magnus says an incantation and points at the creature, attempting to wreathe it in necrotic flames.
5, it fails.
Takes
And
the 5
it takes
damage.
5 damage, but it does not go down as it's yelping, like trying to bite at these imaginary flames.
Jesus. How much life do you have, you son of a bitch? I think that's it for me.
L, you are up.
I don't want to die.
Your hunter's mark actually drops because you're unconscious. Now I think about it too. Boom. So L, what do you do?
Good question.
If only you had a ranged weapon that you could, attack things with.
Hey, we have our own problems over here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. Oh.
El,
There's a hit.
how do you kill this creature
Yes.
with its 5 HP that it had?
I
Oh, I lied. That's 3.
poke it in the
Did
head.
33 damage.
I poke it in the
Man. Okay, you poke it, and you just like it's not like with the tip of the sword. You just poke it and you just run it straight through and just lift up, and it just splits in half.
Magnus, as a free action, says to El,
El, rip this patch off my robe.
but I point to a potion patch shaped like a little flask on my robe.
Can I do that? Oh, wait.
I'll let you rip it open as a bonus action.
KK.
You can't
So
use
when
it,
you rip
but you
it-
can open
When you
it.
rip it off, like a poof of smoke, like poof, like purple smoke, and just like a little red potion bottle is in your hand.
It's 1d4 potions, isn't it?
Yeah, I assumed that meant there was 4 different potion patches.
No, and each patch that has it, it's 1d4. They should have a couple of those patches.
Let me take a
I think you have a couple
quick-
of them.
I need to edit what it says anyway, now that I've used one. It just says 4 potions of healing. That's what it says.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, you open it, and it has 4 potions when you open that one patch.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. So I'm assuming the other 3 bottles spill out onto the ground, but that's fine. I'll just take one for now.
Yeah, they just land on the ground. They don't break conveniently.
Cool. We're in the muddy
Yeah.
road.
So
But
I just
Hasn't rained
have
for
it
today.
now.
You're going through in a drought. Yep.
but now you have healing, yeah.
All right, so El, you have that as your El. Do you want to use your? That was your bonus action. So I'm assuming that's your turn then, correct?
Yeah.
Luke, you're up unsanctuaried next to a dying Glod.
Smash that bitch back in the face. Be like, hey there, I told you not to fall asleep. Come again. Boom.
Okay, 11 again. Rolling the maximum as you're back up. Do you do anything else, Luke?
Yes. Boop. Step there.
You step there. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Glod, you are up.
So, this southern one, I am gonna I'm gonna pull out my short sword in my offhand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stab it. Missing. It looks like.
Yes, you just barely miss. So close every single time.
And with my right hand, coming in with the short sword, also missing. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Wow, man. Wow.
Those 12.
So close. Okay. Seeing now that Luke's sanctuary has dropped, the top warg lunges at you, Luke.
Uh-oh.
7.
Reckoning.
Piece of
The
garbage.
other one leaps at Glod for a 9.
Missing.
Those are the only 2 left. This other one runs and just keeps going as it dashes away. That was actually conveniently 40. Cool. Okay, that is their turn. Magnus.
So Glod and Luke, are they down at all? You guys are still up,
They're
right?
both up now.
Getting back up.
Well, I can't really traverse that distance in any decent time anyway. What's the radius on my staff of spring rain?
10 feet,
30?
I think.
10 feet, yeah, 10 feet. All right, well, and if that's the case, then because it has a nice fat range and it costs nothing, I'm going to reach out with my spectral hand and try and chill touch the southernmost warg.
Okay. 25
Oh, yeah.
hits.
Haha!
He did suck,
It
guys.
takes 1. You were kind of afraid of how powerful it was when you murdered the bird inside the hut. That you're like you held back on this attack because you didn't want it to explode or something.
Well, I
And-
like
and-
that it's necromantic, but it's not quite as powerful as I'd hoped.
Mm-hmm. All right, do you do anything else, Magnus?
Magnus is definitely going to enter the tiny house if I can through the. I'm gonna crawl underneath, and pop up through the secret door into the tiny house, and now just like slide open the window and just watch from whatever window it has. I'm assuming there's windows on the side.
Yes.
Cool. And yeah, dust me.
Hell.
Is drinking a potion an action?
It's a bonus action in the rules we use. It will heal you for 2d4 plus 2.
So can I do that first?
Yeah, use bonus action or action in any order.
Okay. What is it?
2d4 plus 2.
Oh.
Nice,
Yeah.
very nice roll.
Okay. What's the range on my bow?
It's a long bow, so it's 150 for normal attack, like 600 for disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Like a quarter mile.
It's very far.
So I'm gonna shoot the southernmost one.
Okay. 20 hits. You do get your sneak attack because Glod is in range and alive at this point. So it takes
Fuck yeah.
9. It is not dead, but you hit it and it's like right in its shoulder, so it's trying to move it, but it's slowing it down.
And then I can still dash, right?
You still your no. You use
But
your bonus
it's
action to
the-
drink a potion,
But it's the cunning action.
which is a bonus action to use, but you used a bonus action to drink a potion.
Right.
So you don't get it this turn. You used
I'm
all the
confused, but okay, I'm good.
You can still move. You just can't dash.
Oh, okay. Less confusion. I'll move here. And that's
Okay.
it.
It is then Luke's turn. Luke, the one in front of you looks extremely weak. It's fighting for its life right now.
Now, does it kind of like, I don't know. Does it look like a 1d6 bludgeoning damage could do the trick? Does it look like I could shoot it in the face and probably die? And I'm gonna shoot it in the face.
Okay, but if you it doesn't make a difference, you miss. So you aim, and it looks like it's going up to jump at you, and it actually ducks down and starts lunging up towards your neck. But Glod gets to go first.
Best kill that thing.
Yeah, I'll double stab at the one attacking him, the one already
Okay.
injured.
It's lunged down, it's going up, and he just watches the rapier stabs through its head. No,
Or not.
he swings, and he misses the attack with a
Oh,
short sword.
man.
Stabs
backhand.
into, the backhand stabs into the back of its head, and it still goes and bites your neck, Luke. As it is
Why
not
did it go to bite my
dead.
neck?
It's not dead. It went ducked down and it's like, up towards
What do you mean how? You're 2 feet tall.
As it bites into you and starts ripping at you, you take 13 piercing damage from its fangs.
Oh no! Wait,
And,
what is
and the
speed
force of the
on
movement, I need you to make a strength saving throw to see if it knocks you prone. You are not knocked prone as you like toss it off of you and it gets back ready to strike again. The other
I
one
have low
attacks
center of gravity.
Glod on its back. Glod, you're crit. As you go down.
God, you're so useless. You're dying.
Hey, those hits could have been you.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
tanking here.
He is the.
And I'm healing. I'm now the cleric.
Yeah, so now they're starting to bite and like chew on Glod's armor and trying to like rip its clothing off so he can eat it. Madness, you're up though.
All right. I think. Can I shoot a spell through the window?
Yeah.
Sweet. Level 1 magic missile. At the southern one. I
Okay.
shoot 3 blue darts. Choo, choo, choo. Pew pew pew.
That isn't okay. So the first one hits, and it dies from that first impact. which
Okay.
you
the other 2 just hit the ground and sputter off.
typically, I mean,
Oh, one creature or several.
They all strike simultaneously, so yes.
Yeah, but you have to declare. That's why I declared all three go to.
Right, because it said simultaneous. I wasn't sure if it was like you were able to switch it because it's simultaneous. Yes, the other two just boom, boom, hit the sides of it, just like just explode the warg itself.
Nice, die, bitch. And I actually think Magus is gonna let himself out. It looks pretty safe now.
Yeah, there's one left that's struggling.
I'm gonna drop through the trapdoor, run out, and start gathering potions into my bag.
Okay, L, you're up.
Huh. Would you look at that?
Would you look at it? Just look at it.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah. So yeah, you throw it off yourself, Luke, and Al comes just running up and just swing uppercuts, slicing it in half as it's getting ready to land. It looks at you for a second and starts to growl, and then it just like slides forward. And it dies.
Awesome. Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
I want to use my flask on this guy.
Oh.
I'm the guy.
So, yeah, Glod's down as it's Luke's turn. You watch him pull out a flask out of his pocket, pop it open, and pour it down your throat, Glod, which you don't see, as then you awaken as you are healed for 4 hit points from his flask of healing.
Hey there, Glod there. What did I tell you about going down and taking a dirt nap,
Well, I was under the impression you folks were professional.
I don't see any of us taking dirt naps right now.
Yeah, because of me. If it
Uh,
wasn't for me, look at your friend there.
Elle's arms are bloodied. Your neck is like gushing blood a little bit at the moment, Luke. The only person who's not really messed up is Magnus, we see him like cuddled on the ground back to you guys, like gathering potions.
I drank one of my own flasks of healing for myself.
I imagine a well-dressed Smeagol right now with a top hat on, gathering potions.
More importantly, you just learned more of what they can do than any book could tell you.
Are you talking about the works here, or my companions?
What do you think I'm talking about?
That's a great question, there. I don't
These
know.
oversized puppies here.
Yeah, that gives me a great idea there. Hold that thought there. So I'm going through my bag here, and I'm gonna get a whole bunch of rope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tie each of the warg's legs to it, and I'm gonna drag it behind the cart.
Okay, so the few wargs that haven't been like split in half, like
I'm just gonna tie the legs and just drag it all along, so nobody will mess with us.
There's easier ways to bring dinner with us,
Oh, it's not for dinner.
Why are you wasting such good meat?
Can you eat these things, Aaron?
You can eat a dog.
yeah, technically it's a monstrosity, but it's. I mean,
You
yeah,
can eat anything.
it's animal-ish.
Just gotta grind it up with some non-monster meat. never know the difference.
It's like
Take my
got
bag of holding and just start putting one inside of the bag of holding.
We can mix it with that little bird meat from earlier. And
reasonably, these are very large wargs.
How large are large?
You're going like probably 100 and something pounds. So
Okay, I can have 150 pounds in there. I'll take the whole one.
you'll take one whole warg.
Yep, just put it in there.
Okay.
I think you'd have to chop it up to make it fit.
Nope, it's a bag of holding.
I'll let it open. Yeah, you can just. So
Push it in there.
you fit one dead warg into your bag of holding for 120 pounds.
They are quite interesting. Do you think you could get a second one in there? I'd like one to study when we return.
I don't think I can actually fit that much in there. Actually, can I hold that much in there? Find out.
The bag of holding usually can hold about 500 pounds.
Oh, 500 pounds. Yes, I will put 2 more in there.
2 more.
2 more.
So one's for me, right?
I think I can make one exception there for you.
There's reasonably at least 3 intact wargs.
Oh, well, what a pal.
Okay, so please add to your inventory 3 warg corpses.
I added 3 full
Things you
dead
thought you would
wargs.
never ever have to say.
You know what?
Can we tie, Glod? You seem to be pretty handy with this sort of thing. Might we tie one of their carcasses to the side of the tiny house to serve as a warning?
Nature check?
I think that's a great idea, Magnus. I
Sure.
never thought you were so dark.
The typical
could
like it could work for some creatures and not all. In some cases, it might anger. You at least probably Glad know that wargs are typically company orcs. They're very rare to see a feral pack out in the open without potentially their masters somewhere nearish by.
Well, either they're rabid or there's orcs around here. So, sure, let's do it.
Wait, how many of the wargs have I put in my bag? The three
You also
around
think
me?
it might really piss them off. But you don't have to share that with the group.
Well, wonderful. I think it will serve as a grim reminder to any humans that wish to do us harm as well. They'll know what we're capable of.
Or the stories of your friend there and what he did to the shepherd earlier might do that.
Well, that's true as well. It's
Oh,
not going to garner us a good reputation.
Hey, no harm, no foul. They didn't know who we were at the time. There's no harm done.
Magnus gives Luke like a shitty side eye.
Okay. As you guys kind of awkwardly accept, after this conference, like it was a happy, yeah, we won, and I don't know how I feel about it right now. I'm kind of pissed off. As you all kind of like get back onto the cart.
Well, at least we have a giant. Do we have a giant hairy wolf monster lashed to the side of our cart now?
Give me
The side of the tiny house? I don't
Who
want
wants
that.
to give me the acrobatics check to see how well you tie the knot? Let me slide a hand too, potentially, I guess.
No survival. No survival.
Survival, yeah.
I can do
Survival's
the sleight
good
of
too.
hand. I'll do the sleight of hand. Can you do a sleight of hand?
I'll let slide a hand go.
Alright, I got a +5. Do you want to assist me?
Is anybody else proficient in sleight of hand?
No.
You can assist if you're proficient. L, do you choose to assist the murderer of the shepherd?
Hey there, you want to help me tie this thing up to that house, or?
I suppose if that's really what you want to do.
I don't really want to do it, but Magnus seems set on it, so to make it
Glod said it would keep orcs away.
Oh, wait. How did we get to orcs?
That's what Glod said. Wargs, they're either rabid or they have orcs, and orcs wouldn't mess with us.
It'll scare the orcs. They think we killed all their pets. They're like, whoa, we don't want to deal with pet killers.
And when we enter town, we'll be hailed as heroes for being monster slayers.
Well, they'd already do that when I enter, but
Well, you're just adding to your reputation, sir.
And like Magnus doesn't bow.
Okay, there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it.
Okay, you tie it decently tight.
He doesn't.
You help him. He gets advantage from it, from your assistance. If you were going to do that, which he ties it much better and it'll be much sturdier.
Just put your finger here for a second.
Oh, you don't have to roll. It just gives him advantage.
Okay, cool.
Now our finger's tied to the cart and can't leave.
Now we're spreading the scent of monster blood across the countryside, just like I like it.
Mm-hmm. So Magnus, can you give me one? You don't have to give me a survival. Magnus, you take the reins as you guys travel on to, I believe it's Ostwald. Ostwald.
To the main map.
To the main map.
Blue skidoo. You can too.
You guys, for the rest of the trip, you are left alone as you make it to Ostwald. Let's see, I have no idea, dude.
Have we changed out the big bat to the big man?
I already swapped us. I swapped myself. I lied. I swapped myself. There we go.
Oswald.
Ostwald.
Are you sure? I'm still on the regular map.
You refresh at this point, sir.
It just switched for me.
So there might be a slight delay at the
Can you
moment.
close the turn order, GM?
Maybe.
Dungeon Master.
So, you make it to Ostwald without issue. With a warg at your side. It takes you about I believe it's another day and a half to make it there from where these wargs were attacked. You, on occasion, throughout the night, hear drums way off in the distance, but not too much beyond that.
Drums.
Drums.
Are those the orcs, Glod?
Well, either that or some zombies picked up some drums, but probably orcs. I pull out my fiddle and try to play along to the drumming in the background.
Performance check.
But I have fiddle proficiency.
Fiddle proficiency check.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You do a horrible job, sir.
It's not in tune, and I'm not rosin up my...
It's the bumps. It's not very well. There's not the shocks on this card are horrible.
Glad there. I can kind of tune that for you if you like.
What do you mean, tune it? It sounds perfect.
To your ears maybe, but not to mine.
Well, you married enough. We already know you got poor taste.
That really is a kind of none of your business, but
And why'd you tell me?
Because you asked.
So, Dungeon Master,
Yes.
I think this is our first real visit to Oswald. I think we traveled through it briefly, but never really
That is true.
discussed it. Can you give us the lay of the land? What's Oswald like as we enter?
Oswald. All right, so Ostwald, as you enter, as all cities within the Shadowguard, or Frella is the country, are walled. Either with stone or wood. In this case, it is a stone wall. There are entrances on the southwest and the northeast, leading into the town. There are 2 inns. As you travel through the area, it kind of has almost the same feel.
Pretty small town, or
it's semi-small. It gives you almost a slight feel of like one of the districts in Whiteborough. With kind of like, almost the same kind of way.
Nice, huh?
It looks very nice. It's used a lot as a port town for the river travel from Whiteborough to Oswald to the other neighboring countries.
Wait,
It's like a slight yes. The light blue on the map is a river.
The dotted blue?
No, dotted blue
solid
is
blue.
the road. The solid light
That's
blue.
what I thought.
Yes.
Wait, why are we taking the river back?
Because it's a very long trip compared to the
Oh,
road.
wait, those are rivers? I thought that
Yes.
was a road. Oh, cool,
No,
cool.
no, no,
All right,
no.
good to know. I have a rowboat patch on.
I have a rowboat patch on my robe of many things.
Mhm. It's,
Oh yeah, you could kind of build some strength up there and.
But yeah, both at the north and like south gate, for the most part, what I'll call them, there are small like docks where they'll go. They have fishermen. There is an alchemist shop and a blacksmith shop also in the town, with a few of the Greylaws, which is you guys know, but maybe Seth doesn't know. But they're kind of like the guard to the town. They're
the police, the
they're
national police.
Yeah,
Force.
basically, they're the police guild.
During this time, can I go back to the alchemist?
Yeah.
The tiefling.
In Ostwald.
Mm-hmm.
That was somewhere else, wasn't it?
No, there was a tiefling there.
This
and I
is
tried to make a deal
not a
with them.
tiefling.
No, I tried to make a deal with them. You said it was a tiefling. They ran the
was-
alchemy shop.
Is this the town where we walked in the bar?
That's Linwall.
Yeah. I'll say that's the time where we walked in the bar and you immediately pissed off the orc bartender. No.
No, that was Valden.
That was Valden. Oswald, you guys have only gone through a little bit. The town itself, as for the most part, the guards seem very on edge. They're like, I mean, they know who you are, so they let you pass freely. But they seem to be they're doing their best to keep an eye out on anything outside of the town itself. The people within the town, there aren't many out. They seem very anxious for the ones that you see. There are the blacksmiths working constantly, and you see like when you go to the alchemist shop. If you do, you see them just working away like they haven't slept in days.
I imagine the blacksmith's there, right?
You go to the blacksmiths.
I'm gonna go to blacksmith.
Okay. You go.
I'll follow.
Okay, so you both follow. It is an elf. Its name.
Hello.
Good evening, fine sir.
How are you?
I'm doing quite fine, thank you very much. What can I do for such a man as yourself?
Can you speak in common, please?
I'm
still here.
I like tug on that.
The rabble wishes to speak to us. And then he looks at you and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, good sir. I will be with you in a moment. Clearly this man came in first and needs my help. Just give me a few minutes."
I turn. I say, "I'm with this man. I'm talking to him just as much as you." And I like punch Luke in the arm.
Oh, my apologies. And he goes, "I apologize. I didn't realize that you had servants with you."
Oh, no worries. I hear your heart were banging and I figured you were busy. What's all the commotion?
So I'm gonna stop doing the voice at this point.
Okay, I'll start speaking in common at this point.
Yeah, he looks and goes, "What's not going on or gone wrong lately? Rumors of orcs, skeletons appearing all over the place. It's been a hell of a time."
Wait, orcs, skeletons, or orcs and skeletons?
Orcs and skeletons.
Oh, are they actually in cahoots with each other?
How would I know?
Well, you know what? Do you see them at the same, or have they been seen at the same time in the same place? You know, all that
You'll
stuff.
need to go speak to the guard captain or something like that. My job right now is to build as many weapons as I can, as fast as I can.
Who's
Oh,
ordered you
It's
to
getting,
build these
it's getting
weapons?
more and
Hold
more
on there.
dangerous.
Hold on
Luke,
there.
please. No,
I got you covered there. I'm going back to the cart and taking out the weapons I stole earlier. The scimitars.
Yeah.
And we're going to give it as a donation to the proud town of Oswald on behalf of the Shadowguard. Let them know that our support is here.
I'm sorry I tried to stop you. That's a wonderful gesture, Luke.
Oh,
Okay.
hey, you know, if they need help, we're here to help. That's what we're here for, right?
Good Sir Blacksmith, what's your name?
Oh, my name is. You can call me Molten Oak.
Molten Oak.
Family name.
Interesting. I like it. I'm Magnuson Marigold Munch. This is my companion, Lukewarm Water. Now
Pleasure.
tell me, I just have one question. Who's ordered you to make these weapons?
The town master, as you know, Aziz Stillwind.
I see.
At
I'm
this
sure.
point,
I'm sure you, as a Shadowguard, have probably met him before. I've seen you come and go from the town before.
Only briefly. But thank you. And I pull out like my notebook, jot down a couple names.
Okay. Yeah, it's Aziz Stillwind.
And then I say, thank you, good Sir Blacksmith. Please remember who gave you those swords. If you see Aziz, you let him know.
So I give him the 4 swords and the 4 short bows.
Okay, he thinks and he goes, "Thank you. This will help." You don't know how much this will help. It saves me time. It protects us better. I'll make sure everybody knows. So in a sense of like a reward for you guys, you'll have a higher reputation within this town. People will be more friendly, more willing to bargain with you and stuff like that. For your good deeds towards the people.
all right. Reputation increased with
And you
Oswald.
think Luke is a piece of garbage. Come on. That's not thing.
Okay. So you hit them. Is there anything else anybody else is doing in the town?
There's an alchemist.
There
right?
is an alchemist, yes.
I want to buy potion.
Okay. You go to the alchemist. It is known as Frukar's Philitries. He is another elf, quite old. When he's facing away from you, and as you enter, and he turns and goes, "Hello!" And he's missing his left eye.
I like this town, Aaron.
He goes, "What can I do for you today?"
What's his name?
His name is Frukar. Elf.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Hello. Is there any way that I'd be able to buy some health potion?
Well, possibly. It depends how much you're willing to pay. Our Our town master has requested that we give ale potions over to the guards to protect us with the orcs around, skeletons appearing everywhere. We're running a little shy on extra supplies for others. But I can see that you're with the Shadowguard, and I'm sure they would not mind if I gave you something, at least at a slight increase. How would you say I can give you 2 for 55 gold pieces each?
I think that's a pretty good price for the circumstances that we're in.
I also agree. Is there anything else you want? I have a potion of animal friendship. I have a potion of flying. A potion of fire breath, perhaps.
As great as those all sound, I think I'm alright with just health for now.
Very well. Well, hopefully when you return, this issue will be settled. Or are you here to help?
I'd like to think we're on the path to less monsters with our help.
Well, I do hope so. Okay then. Well, I need to get back to work. So, thank you for patronage. Come back another time.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
One-eyed mongrel.
Goodbye.
Well, who hates on elves?
Dagger ear.
Okay. So, is there anything else you guys wish to do in town?
I wish to have a discussion with my buddy Magnus here.
Okay. You find Magnus. Magnus, where are you at when he finds you?
Probably in the tiny house or on the tiny house, reading or taking notes.
Okay.
Probably taking notes on the chill touch experiment with the bird. Like when Luke comes up, I'm like sketching a dead bird body, and I'm like, like close my notebook. Hello.
Hey, I think we should stay here for a couple days. The town, the town kind of needs our help. It's something that we should stay here and do. And I know that the other thing's kind of important, but these people also need our help.
I mean, I don't really see walking skeletons as a bad thing, just an interesting thing. But if I can get more,
it could be a route to a much more problematic situation.
well, I'm interested in learning more about any form of necromancy. I've never really dealt with reanimated skeletons. I'd be quite interested to see one. Orcs, not so much, but
Absolutely, I agree with you wholeheartedly. But there is one problem with skeletons is that they tend not to. You tend to have to smash them. You can't really shoot them or anything. So, you having your abilities there to, things might come in handy.
yeah. I mean, I have many spells I don't even have prepared, but regardless, if we can help the town, I suppose we'll stay. That's.
We're not anything like long, just a couple of days there, just to make sure that they're okay.
We better run it by Glod. I mean, after all, we are on his case right now.
I'm sure
He's paying the salary at the moment.
But don't forget our duties there to the country.
No, I agree. Shadowguard above all else, but let's just check. No, not above L. Let us seek out Glod and see what he might say.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right, you guys go and seek out Glod. Elle, are you with Glod at this time, or where are you at?
Yeah, I'll be with
All right.
him.
So, what part of the conversation, Glod, do they come in at as you're talking to Elle?
So I imagine we're in the tavern. I'm just trying to gather bits of information trickling in from
Right.
tavern port.
Are you at the Sleepy Wench or the Sleeping Chalice?
The sleepy wench.
Okay, you're at the Sleepy Wench.
It's got a classier name.
You guys hear that thunder?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so loud and long. It's still going.
Okay, so Glod,
So-
go ahead.
I'm asking Elle. I'm like, so what got you into this life?
Just some problems that I've had at home, and moving on from them, I suppose.
Well, I don't blame you there. We all have some troubled past, I suppose.
May I ask what got you into this?
Well, I escaped some bad people, if you will, and living in the woods, you learn to kill stuff, and then you learn people pay you to kill stuff, so here I am getting paid to kill stuff.
Quite the adventure.
Easiest way to make gold, better than working in a mine. So.
And that's exactly where Magnus and Luke, you walk into hearing.
Oh yeah, you know what else is great about not working in a mine? Hanging out in the city like this there. I think we should stay here for a couple days. Sits down. Yeah, hey, buddy. Look at the bartender.
The bartender is actually conveniently enough, is an elf. She goes, of course I have pudding. How do you get
Splendid. May I have a bread pudding?
Oh my
Yes,
God.
right away. You can have some pudding. I'll be right back.
Buy yourself one as well.
Thank you.
I buy one for her.
Okay.
If it's a her.
It is a her.
I buy one for the elf.
It is quite an old elf.
I
yes.
like my pretentious tone.
Yes,
So she's the sleepy wench.
Now you know. But yes, so he comes in. Luke is a little rude with the pudding request, as he suggests we should stay here for 2 days.
A couple days.
So yeah, Magnus is gonna sit down and say, "Oh, El and Glod, perfect to find both of you together. We wanted to speak with both of you. Well, these people here seem to have their fair share of troubles. We were hoping we could stay before moving on, just a day or two, just to help them out, to look into this skeleton and, I guess, this orc business if we have to."
Isn't that why they've got guards hired? I assume they pay them.
You know, that's true there, but you're working with the Shadowguard here. We have the obligation there to look after the community of,
Well, especially when it comes to undead creatures. You see, walking skeletons aren't really the purview of the city guard. The Greys don't really take to undead.
Absolutely there. And you know, I'm sure as a Red Guard,
Red Sun.
whatever there, whatever you are, you have a code of rules and procedures you follow there, because that's how, you know, things are supposed to be done. And you understand that, you know, that's what we have to do here. So you'd be okay with just a couple days, right? No more than 3.
I mean, are they gonna be paying me more than Waterdeep?
I'll tell you what there.
Gavin,
I will give you 10% of my cut.
We're actually unsure of our pay, but that's all we can promise you. So far, we need to speak to a fellow named Aziz, who leads the town. Regardless, reward or not, I'm kind of curious about this skeleton business. You see, I'm somewhat of a necromancer.
He like kind of dusts his fingernails off on his coat and adjusts his top hat.
I give you a side-eyed glance when you say you're a necromancer, but I ignore it, and I'm like, well, it might cut into your pay a bit, but I'm game.
We don't have much choice,
Okay.
it seems. El, how do you feel?
I think the town is lovely. I don't mind.
Wonderful.
Excellent there. I couldn't agree more. You guys are the best. So, pudding time.
Well,
And-
shall I secure us accommodations then?
No, we had the tiny house, you know.
Well, that can't suit everyone. I'll buy us a suite. So I go to the bartender. Magnus goes to the bartender, pulls out a purse of gold, and I want to buy 4 rooms for 3 days.
Okay, 4 rooms, 3
I
days.
tell them that I will stay in the tiny house and keep it under wraps and safe.
I'm buying you a room, Luke.
2
No,
gold,
no.
4
Someone's
silver
gotta keep
for the
having
time.
the cart there.
Tell me this, good barmaiden. Do you have a stable?
Yes, we have a stable.
How much for a stall in your stable? 3 rooms, 1 stable stall. That shall be it.
Silver a night for the stable.
Okay, what was that total?
It'd be 2 gold and 7 silver.
6 silver. Okay, 7 silver.
I think I can math. We'll find out.
That's all right. Close enough. I took that out.
Cool. So
There we go. We all have rooms and a brandy as well.
Then I flip her another silver. I'm assuming will cover it.
Silver would cover a decent brandy for like a glass of it, not a bottle.
Is it like evening time now that we're here? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean we can kind of just fast forward to evening time if you guys want.
Sure. Well, I would just settle in with my books and my brandy for the night, and we'll speak with Aziz. I wrote his name down.
Stillwind, I believe.
Stillwind. We'll speak with the Stillwind in the morning, and find out how much gold we're going to be making.
Okay. And I think that is where we're going to end this session. We're at 9:05. And we're sidetracking the quest. I love it. I've had some plans for a while.
Gotta make up for stuff, you know?
Oh man, that's great. So everybody, thank you all for watching. We almost witnessed the death of the party once again. I actually don't really have much to talk about. You guys can catch me at twitch.tv/Melwind if you want to watch me stream other stuff. I actually have been slowly working on my Monster Hunter compendium. I have rough like alpha versions of every single Monster Hunter weapon now converted into D&D. I gotta balance them out, and then we'll work on the loot tables, which I'm excited for. Apparently, my command for ML is now broken on Twitch chat, but yeah, twitch.tv/Melwind. I run another game called Petty Squabbles, which is on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. I won't be streaming too much else on my stream right now just because I'm moving and putting in floors. So give me like another week for that at least. And yeah, Charlie, you got anything?
Yeah, thanks everybody who tuned in. Huge thanks to Seth Yeti for joining as Glod, our guest.
Definitely.
He's going to be here for... He's going to be an extended guest. He's going to be for quite a few episodes, a little arc, and maybe multiple arcs over time. So we'll see. So he'll be back next time. So thank you to Yeti, and also everybody who's tuning in. Thank you so much. I posted our social links in the chat. The very last one, bit.ly/DreamstreamTube. That's our YouTube. We post all of these episodes to YouTube. We're not quite up to date. I'm working on getting them up to date. But if you like the show, or if it's your first time watching it, or if you're watching this on YouTube, or listening to a podcast or whatever, check us out on YouTube. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We're just uploading all kinds of cool D&D content. We're going to be doing tutorials for some terrain building and other things on there really soon as well. So yeah, and thanks to everybody who tuned in. And last of all, thank you, oh glorious Dungeon Master. We're not worthy.
We're not worthy.
You're all worthy. Yep, thank you guys again. Seth, do you have anything you want to say before we cut out? If you have anything? Not no big deal.
I had a blast. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to being back.
Glad
For
to be
those,
here.
if anyone out there does want to play with yours truly and some other great people, you should definitely see about jumping into Charlie's Hammervale game.
Oh yeah, there's the Discord. You can always join our chat room and play D&D with literally pretty much all of these people. But specifically me and Seth, because we're playing in Hammerville quite often, which is a game everyone's invited to. So cool.
Cool. Grover or Jazzy?
Nothing.
Happy birthday, Jazzy's mom.
Happy birthday to your mom.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Tell
She
Mrs.
appreciates it.
Tell Mrs. Bebo I said.
We have different
warm regards.
names, but it
From
works.
Magnus Marigold Munch. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Every few centuries, there comes a group of heroes, destined to save the world from the clutches of an evil force. These may not be